First off, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. When they give it up honor to the apostles of the great millstone who are starters is true. When they give the peace and blessings to the occupant across the four corners of the earth who teaches truth and rich life to do so. We the Gms Phoenix camp out here to prophesy another downfall of America, man. And to bid the elect to the marriage, man, because that's what it's about. Okay, that's what it's. And you see, the truth is mainstream now. Okay, the truth, but you got to come. Well, the truth of so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos being Israelites. But to get that truth, you got to come to where the truth is at, which that's the GMS, man. Okay, you got to come to where it's at, man. Right? Because the apostles of Great Millstone has taught us this, man. We found this through them. Well, really through the Lord, but it was those men, out of the mouth of those men that taught us everything, man. And with us doing our research and our studying, we was able to link it up, man. Scripture say what? Study to show thyself approved, man. Okay? But we're going to get into basically, Israel being redeemed because it's happening right now as we speak. With it being so mainstream, you see, you're going to have a lot of, so-called blacks, so-called Native Americans, so-called Latinos waking up, man, in the time to come, which signifies what? That we're closer to the end, man. Right? Give me a Baruch 2 and 30, and then we'll go down on that.
This is a Baruch 2 and 30, and it says, "For I knew that they will not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people."
See, we are still a stiff-necked people, 2/3 of us, man. Okay, but some of us, right, we heard the truth, man. We heard it. Keep going.
It says, "But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves."
Yeah, America is indeed one of the land of our captivities, man. Okay, which is actually the biggest captivity we've been in, man, as a people. I mean, if you look at the history of what happened, right, the heathen, they took away our heritage, they took away everything, man. Right, we're just now coming into knowing who we are as a people, coming back into knowing who we are as a people, man. But when you hold captive, and that shows you the hatred that the heathen has for Jake, man. Okay, give me that altogether, such as one as I think it's Psalms 51, if I'm not mistaken. Because you got a precept. Go ahead.
Because the brother's talking about how we're going to awaken in the land of our captivity. And this is America, Babylon the Great is the land of our captivity, man. Because this is the place where the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans experience genocide, experience slavery, experience all discrimination, experience all those curses that are described in Deuteronomy 28th chapter. This is Revelation 11 and 8. It says, "And a dead body shall lie in the street of the great city." And that great city is America, man. That great city is the land of our captivity, which spiritually is called Sodom. And why is it called Sodom? Because it's a free-for-all here, man. It's a free-for-all in the sense that every sexual perverseness that you can think of is allowed here in America, man. It's just, and Egypt. But why is it called Egypt? Because it's a place of our bondage, man. This is spiritual Egypt. Just like we were in captivity in the ancient days under Pharaoh in Egypt, we're in captivity under this new Pharaoh and this new Egypt, man, in a spiritual sense. It says, we're also, our Lord was crucified, and that means that they painted the image of Yahweh Shai, being a so-called black man, to what you call Caesar Borgia or Jesus Christ, man, which is what you heathens and you 2/3 are so-called celebrating this evening, man. This evening being so-called Christmas Eve, December 24th, man. Go ahead, bro.
Time, man, the brother's on point, man. But that's why it's important to restore our nation, man, with knowing the scriptures first, because a lot of people think that this is a book of religion. It's not, man. This is a book of, it tells you, it's a history book about a people, okay, and about a heritage and about customs that we have to keep to this day, man. But again, when we go into captivity, you go into captivity under these nations, and you become lost. You don't know the Lord, man. You don't know where you come from, man. You don't know that. Right? You don't, after a certain period of times, you don't know. What you know is what the heathen give you, man, when you've been under their rule for so long. And this is why we got to break out. This is why we broke out of that, man. Because we're not them. Okay? But one of the biggest fears was this. When you go to Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, it tells you, man, how they are offended that we got the gospel, man, and how we look at them as counterfeits, which we do, which they are. Yep. And counterfeit is something that's fake, man. They're fake, man. Okay? They're not the small hats are not the real people, man. Okay, you got another pre or no? No, you find that without. Okay, give me that Baruch. Yeah.
3 and 8?
Yeah.
This Baruch 3 and 8 said, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us." And you got to remember the Most High scattered Israel upon all the four corners of the earth, man. And that's one of the reasons why the scriptures talk about the mixed multitude from every nation. It's not talking about all the peoples of the earth, all the different nations being in the form of salvation. It's talking about the Israelites, which are scattered across all the nations, upon the earth, man. Because that's one of the curses. One of the curses was that we were going to be scattered upon the four corners of the earth, man. But that means that Israelites are going to look like every nation upon earth, man. They're going to look like the so-called Chinese, the so-called Arab, but they're going to be Israelites by bloodline, man. And last week we did was it last week or the week before that we had a sit down where the brother had a dream where he was seeing Israelites in Japan, a Gms camp in Japan, man. And don't be surprised that you see those things, man. Don't be surprised you see people in other nations looking like the other nations wake up to this truth. Like the brother opened up, man. This truth is already worldwide, man. It's already in the mainstream. But I'm gonna continue on. Behold, Baruch 3:8 said, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, which thou hast scattered us for reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers which departed from the Lord our power."
And being subject to payments that's a form of slavery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of people would be like, well, oh, you guys are not under yokes of iron. Nah. But when you're dependent so much on a nation that you have to go to them for the one of all things, that's a form of slavery, man.
Well, they got you signing contracts for everything you own in this place, man. You buy a car, you gotta sign a contract. You buy a house, you gotta sign a contract. You lease an apartment, you gotta sign a contract. Those are forms of bondage, man. Those are forms of restraint upon you because you're bonded by that contract, man. That contract makes you have certain obligations. Just like we made a covenant with the Most High, which is a contract. We broke that contract. We're paying the punishment for that. That's why it says in Peru, it says according to all the iniquities of our fathers, because our forefathers, which were us in the reincarnation, we broke that covenant with the Most High, man. So we're still in that bondage. We're still in those contracts to this day, man. And those contracts that we're under right now is subject to payment, man. Because in those contracts, it says, well, you got to pay this amount for a certain amount of years. And basically, you're a slave to that, man.
With interest.
With interest, man. And the scriptures speak about interest, man, or usury, man. That's against the law of the scriptures right there.
Because it's like, I was reading Sirach yesterday.
Yeah.
And it talks about, giving alms or being a sponsor to a brother in need, right? It's wicked to, all right, brother, I'm gonna give you $20 today, you give me 40 next week. But that's how Esau do it, man, right? Which is usury. That's how Esau do it. They hit you with these high-ass interest rates. So if you go and buy a house for $400,000, right? Well, at a 4 or 5% interest rate, which sometimes that be the interest rate. And if you look that times 30 years, look how much money you get payment times 30 years. That's how much money you look up. You didn't pay $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 for this house, man. And that's how they get their money. But if they had everybody on a specific interest rate, then their money is ever flowing, man. And that's how they get down. And I think that, if I'm not mistaken, that's how the Rothschilds became rich, man, by funding wars and things of that nature. That's how they do shit, man. So you telling me they ain't the wicked people? You crazy as fuck if you don't think they're the wicked, man. They don't follow none of them. As soon as they got in power, the laws were disregarded. They put up their own laws to serve, and they don't even follow their own law. Here it is in America. If you got a certain dollar amount, you don't go to jail, man. You don't get in trouble, man. Yeah. If you get a lawyer that's in cahoots with the judge, they'll have dinner before trial the next day. And then the judge will make him a deal, or he'll make the judge a deal, man. That's how they get
even the generals of these foreign countries, they have dinner together, man. And those wars are funded for the purpose of making money. You have two different factions, killing each other, but the top leaders of those factions, they're cool with each other, man. They know each other. They probably grew up in the same military circles, man. So these elites that run this world, man, they just bamboozling everybody, man.
And that's when you go into those like fraternities and all that shit, they're so-called brotherhood forever, man. So some of them, some of them are super successful. You know what I mean? One of them might be a police officer. One of them might be a sheriff. One of them might be a judge. One of them might be a lawyer. That's why they say network is network. You know what I mean? It's not all about what you know. It's about who you know sometimes. And if you know the right people, you get in the right places. No matter how talented you are, no matter how hard you work, and that's what this thing is, man. You just got to know that, But that's why, and a lot of our people trust in this place. That's why you can't trust in this place, man. You trust in this place so much that you would do the very acts of this place, knowing that it'll lead you to death, man. Okay, you got that?
Yeah. In Psalm 50, verse 20, it reads, "Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou signest thy own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence."
See, the Lord kept silence in a way. So you thought that it was cool. So yeah, we went under captivity, right? You were supposed to do that, but were you supposed to buck break, right? Did you have license to go and commit adultery with men's women? Did you have license to slay the young, kill the baby, feed babies to alley? Did you have license to do all the wicked shit that you did, man? Because when we put you in subjection, it's going to be through righteousness. Yeah, we're going to put hell on you, right? But we're not going to be committing adultery and all this whole shit, man. Butt breaking and all this homosexual shit, man. Nah. Showing you that the spirit is not upright in you, man. Okay, go ahead.
No, that was thought is that I was altogether such as one as thyself. But
So you thought you were getting away with it. You thought it was cool. You thought, oh man, the Lord ain't, we don't get punished for that. We might as well keep going. You know what I mean?
That's the whole manifest destiny thing, bro. They say that, oh, if God didn't want us to have this whole land, why allowing us to keep slaughtering Native Americans?
I remember they explained that to us in high school, and I never could get that shit. Because it's like they made it up in their mind, like, oh, it's manifest destiny. I mean, it's manifest that I take this. It's just, well, how? Because it's manifested. Like, how? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can y'all come over here and take, in your mind, and think it's cool to take the Gadites' land? How? And then you justify it, just like you justify everything else, man. That's why it's no righteous dealings with you, right? That's why we're not supposed to join hand in hand. That's why we treat heathen like they're heathen. Okay? Yeah, we're not unruly and loud and all that. Oh, so-called you the devil, no, we know how to deal with you, but we don't let you in the house. There's certain things we don't do with you, man. And there's certain things that we do with you that we know that, man, he ain't gonna hold up inside of the bargain. Be late to work more than a number of times to see what happens. They don't give a damn if you're the best worker, man. Yeah. Eventually, they gonna cut you off, man.
Yeah, unless you know the people.
Unless you know the people there, yeah.
They cool. They show up anytime you want.
Yeah. Or unless you've been there for a long time, man, and they need you. If you can make them dependent on you, then that's a blessing. Because if they can't move without you, and they know they can replace you, then you got a little leeway. But for the average Joe, the average Jake, ain't gonna happen, man. You gotta prove.
Going back to what you were saying about manifest destiny, this is Ezekiel 35 and 12. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume. The thing is that they know who the Israelites are. They know that the knowledge has been taken away from them. You see, so that's why in Psalms, there's Psalms 83, which is what? The crafty counsel. These nations have come up and lifted up their head against the Most High, all right, and they're keeping this knowledge because they know the Lord was not dealing with Israel, and they think that Israel was given into their hands to do whatever they wanted to. You see, but the Lord has heard the blasphemies. He's heard the whole, you are the you wish, right? Claiming that they're the chosen people. He's seen that they've magnified themselves upon the earth. The Lord, he sees all that the manifest destiny talks. You can't even talk to a white person about the scriptures, man. They feel like they're gonna tell you, like who the fuck said that we gotta listen to you, man? Like who said that shit, bro? Just because we got color skin automatically off top, we don't know what the hell we're talking about, bro. The Lord's seen all that. The Lord's seen all that blasphemy that we're not the Israelites, that we're pieces of shit, and this, that, and the other one. Really, it's you.
I can have one, bro, because you were talking about how we were put into captivity of the Edomites, that they took it to a step further than what was necessary, man. Talking about the buck breaking and the medical experiments that they did on you, Jake, man, you so-called black steel Native Americans. This is Zechariah 1:15. It says, thus, it says, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction, man. So what they did was they took it a step further in cruelty. They took a step further in inhumane practices, man. That's exactly what this devil did. He was inhumane with you, Jake, man. And I got another one, Isaiah 47:6. It says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and gave them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient how thou very heavily laid thy yoke, man. So they forwarded that affliction, man. Once they got into position of power, they abuse it. Well, they have to because they're the wicked. You know, so they got wicked intentions, man. You know, these devils, they have wicked intentions in everything they do. That's why the food you eat, the air you breathe, and the water you drink is all fucked up, man. And it's designed for you to be in a subjection under their laws, man. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to choose you to the Most High. That's why the scriptures talk about Satan being the chooser of all our brethren. That's why they put pork in everything you can imagine, man. You'll be eating something you don't even know there's pork in it, man. You know, everything has pork in it if you really look at it. You know, because they slip and slide with these little chemicals and all these other things, man. You know, they basically they want you to go off, man. They make you wear mixed fabrics. They want you to go off, man. You know, they make you work on the Sabbath day. They want you to go off, man. They're the accusers of our brother. They want to point a finger at you and say, see your people, see how wicked they are, because they know that when we're not following the law, 10 commandments, the Lord is not with us.
Exactly.
You know, and they know that when we're in alignment with our power, hey, we're unstoppable, man.
Right.
You know, so they want us to be unstoppable. I mean, they don't want us to be unstoppable. They want us to be under the curses, man. And they're trying to make themselves like the Most High, and they're trying to get their birthright back, man.
That's right.
That's what this whole Internet of Things is all about.
Yep.
That's what this whole what's that dude's name? Elon Musk and all the shit that he's doing, Bill Gates and all the shit that he's doing. You know, all this technology that they're trying to put upon you people,
Yeah.
in the form of connecting you with the internet,
That's right.
in the form of making you like a fucking android. That's where they can have control over you, man. That's what like the scripture says, they want to be like the Most High, man. They want that blessing. They want the blessing, the rulership of the earth, because they know their time is running out. Going back to Revelation 12,
Yeah.
the devil knows he has but a short time, man. So he's steadily pushing things forward, man. Hey, most High willing, 2023 will be the year. You know, although Tahari made a video recently, we said don't be surprised when something big happens at the beginning of 2023, and we hope so, man. We hope something big happens. We're tired of being here.
If I may say, they've been speaking about the fourth industrial revolution, man.
Yeah.
You know, which basically is going to be technology.
That's right.
It's going to sweep the earth. You know, which really we understand it's the whole MOTB.
Yep.
Okay, all you know, they want to make smart cities,
Yeah.
smart traffic, smart governments, man. That's why when you go into a store, they don't have no cashiers anymore, because you're just going to be what? Swiping a hand. They call it self-service. That's bullshit. We know what it is. We know that you want to implement the MOTB in people's right hands and in their foreheads, so people can just swipe.
They already got this technology on your phone. All you gotta do is the Apple Pay, or you got the card where you just tap it. You tap the shit. You know, on the little scanner there. So the system is already there. It's already set up, man. You know, they just got to implement it within your physical body, man.
Yeah, they're just waiting to roll it out. See, because these devils, they practice everything. You know, everything's a test run. You know, they're moving, but they're moving full steam ahead. They know what they're doing, man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But ultimately, the scriptures say that you know, they're not gonna fulfill their enterprise. You know, ultimately, you know, their NWO they're trying to set up, the Lord's going to frustrate.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not going to be able to get it all the way off. They're going to catch some people, but they're not going to catch everybody.
Yeah. Well, that's what that whole inoculation was about, man.
Yeah.
That was a test run to see who would rebel, see who would conform, and see what would happen if he put certain measures upon the people, such as not being allowed to go here or not being allowed to go there, man. That was all a test run for that sea hit, man, which we call the MOTB. You know, that's what that's all about, man. Because you got to understand that this devil's very crafty.
Yep.
He's very strategic in how he does things, man. He's not just come out and just push it on you. He does things in increments. He does things in sliders. He uses the back door, man. And before you know it, you're all in, man. Before you know it, he got you and your whole family, man. Conforming to his bullshit, man. Go ahead, bro.
Well, hey, he's the so-called white man is likened to the serpent, man.
Yeah.
You know, the scriptures say, you know, really he's the most cleverest beast of the field.
Yeah.
And the beasts are what? They're likened to the heathen. And they are the chief of the heathen. They are the ambassadors that are among the heathen. They represent all the heathen. See, but they're crafty like snakes, man. They no mistake. These motherfuckers are smart, bro. They're smart. You have to always, what do you say? Know your enemy. You have to always know your enemy. And they are. What does the scripture say? Never trust thine enemy. You see what I'm saying? Though he go crouching and humbly, man, he's out to get you. James, this is Psalm 64, and 2, hide me from the from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. They have a secret council, man. Okay, they got secret societies. They got secret meetings where they, come together for foreign policy, man. They actually govern the whole world, man. They make decisions on what you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans are going to do next year, 5 years. You know, you got clips of this guy Obama 5 years before talking about a virus hitting the world. You see, why would he say that? In a couple of years, maybe 5, there's going to be a virus. He said it straight up. You see what I'm saying? But this goes over people's heads, man. Right? Because the people are asleep. They are enchanted, man. Okay, with bread and circus, with just being slaves, man. The average Jake has to go to work every damn day. What you gonna do? You can't march for every damn thing you see. That don't work. It says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. You got guys like what is this dude? Joe Biden. He just signed a bill. Okay, so now all 50 states is cool. These moles can get hitched. You feel me? These moles can get hitched now, man. These lesbos and everything. That's cool now, and that's bitter to us, man. Because you see the confusion that brings. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Mm-hmm. They search different things, man. Like the brother was speaking about. This guy Klaus Schwab. We didn't go into that last week, or the other week. They want to make people into cyborgs, man. You know, they want to make people. They really want to link people in the internet, man. You see what I'm saying? And have them half human, half machine. You know? So they search these things out, man. This is not an overnight thing. They've been planning this shit for years, bro.
And that's not for your benefit. It's for their control. Yeah. You gotta understand it. Like the brother was getting into how the heathen, they're smart. They are smart. They're wise to do evil, man. And whatever they want, to come to pass, so to speak, as far as in their little wickedness that they're allowed to do, they're going to do it, man. You know, they're going to chip some of you people, man. They're going to execute that plan, man. Knowing that it's against the scriptures, man, showing you that they're the wicked, man.
You gotta understand that that's written in the Bible, man. That's there. You know, saying that the brother brought out the scripture he brought out, man.
Real quick, in the back of the dollar, what does it say? In Latin,
the
Novus Ordo Supreme, our enterprise is crowned with success. So they've been doing this. It's been in the making.
Novus Ordo Supreme, that's New World Order, man.
Right,
the
right.
Novus is new, the order supports a secular world.
Isn't there an animal weapon? One of those phrases means our enterprise is crowned with success, meaning they know that their plan has basically it has come to fruition. It really has spread throughout the world. They got the whole system set up already.
Well, they're going to be successful for a moment because
right.
they're going to try from the wicked, but for a moment, man. So they're going to be successful to a certain degree.
Right.
But the Lord's going to shut that down. I'm going to get this right here. This is Psalms 2:2. It says, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away the cords from us. It says, he that sitteth in the heaven shall laugh, the Lord shall have the rich. So ultimately, the Lord's going to shut down the program, man. You know, the Lord's going to allow it to go so far. You know, because once the Lord has deemed that we have paid our punishment, it's going to reverse those curses back on the Edomites, back on the heathens, man. And we're going to be in rulership on this earth, man. How much I come back to destroy America and send order back on the planet, man. Go ahead, bro.
Book of Psalms, chapter 52, it says, a psalm of David. Okay, why boastest thyself in mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of the Most High endureth continually. Thy tongue deviseth mischiefs like a sharp razor working deceitfully.
See, Doeg was an Edomite, man. Okay, I believe this is David talking to him.
that part?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would get it first. Yeah, then open. Then you can.
Psalms 52, to the chief musician Maskil, a psalm of David, when Doeg the Edomite came and told Saul and said unto him, David is come to the house of Ahimelech. Why? Why boasteth thyself in mischief, O mighty man?
And they do boast themselves in mischief. Go ahead.
The goodness of the Most High endureth continually. Thy tongue deviseth mischiefs like a sharp razor, working deceitfully.
And that was back then. It has never changed. Even with their action, and they have power now. You see it now. The world is in shambles under the power of the Edomites, man. And you guys see it. I mean, people are falling, right? The world is going into food is coming up missing. And when this Edomite don't get his way, he'll destroy himself trying to destroy you, man. So he'll pollute the air that he got to breathe. You know what I mean? You know, he'll put shit in the water that he got to drink. It's like the dog chasing the bird off the cliff. And so that he's not wise, man. He's not wise, man. He's going to catch us, and I think the scripture said that he's going to catch himself in his own plan, man. He's going to fall into his own trap, man. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, thou lovest evil more than good.
Yeah, you love evil more than good. And it's evident. So how can you be the children of the Most High? You love evil more than good, man. What was the punishment for evildoers, man? See, if you feared the Lord, you would know that, man. You wouldn't, and you have rule, you wouldn't have the world under this evil spell that you got them under, so to speak, and putting them under your different philosophies and things of that nature, and taking the image of the Lord and putting your image up, man, as if you're something to be worshipped, man. It's a punishment for all that shit, man. Okay, go ahead.
It says, thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness.
You're lying rather than to speak righteousness, man. You don't speak any form of righteousness, man. You don't promote righteousness, man. You don't live righteously. You don't, man. So how can you be the people of the Lord, man? How? Okay, now that the truth is coming out, you people are being exposed. Man, I know you got one too, right? You still got oh, okay, good. You people are being exposed, man. We're lifting up the skirt on America, man, and that's offending a lot of people, including 2/3 of our people, because you want to be with this place, man. You love having your way here. Being in the truth is too hard for you. It's too much discipline for you, right? Women can't go ride the cock carousel, man, and know the truth. Men can't smoke weed, get lineups, and commit adultery. That's all a nigga want to do, man. You can't do that coming into here, man. You got to know right from wrong and walk that line, man. Because if you don't, then how can you ever receive the kingdom, man? Okay, if you don't walk that straight gate, right? You can't. Oh, I want something. You know, it's not a. You know, serving the Lord is not. You got sides and all that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I want some macaroni. I want this. I want greens. I want that. I want a little bit of the ham over here. I want this. I want that. I want some church. Nah, man. It's one way. Ain't no confusion, man. It's one way. But a lot of niggas are. I always knew we was Israelites. Well, if you knew, right? If you knew, what did you do about it? You know, them all talk dudes, man. You know, back then they couldn't have me in slavery because I would have done the same thing you doing now is what you would have been doing.
Yeah, you would have been in subjection.
Picking cotton, nigga, shut up, man.
Yeah, you would have been in line.
You know, I hate a nigga that just run his mouth, man, and don't try to really correct his ways and don't try to see his wrongdoings and say, you know, I'm wrong, or don't accept or take accountability for his actions. That's
What
part of it.
did Jake say? Say you don't want to be woke and broke, man.
Yeah, that's what Jake said.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to be woke and broke, but the Lord take care of us, man. Scripture say what? Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things should be added unto you, man. You know, yeah, we have different trials and tribulations we go through, right? But we ain't who you think we are. We ain't homeless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We ain't. Go ahead.
The scriptures say the Lord will not withhold any good thing from the righteous.
No. Keep going on that.
This is back in Psalms 52. For thou lovest all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue. The Most High shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee
Yeah,
away.
the Lord shall likewise destroy thee forever. Get Obadiah for me, real quick, sure. Because you got a people who's going to be destroyed forever, man. Which are you Edomites? And it's, what does it, the scripture say? What? Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. Right? Hated. The Lord hates you so much that He's going to make you extinct, man. something that's just talked about. Like, you remember the Edomites? You know what I mean? Remember when they had the world in subjection? How wicked it was? You know, you guys are going to be nothing. Okay? Nothing, man. Keep on.
It says, back in Psalms 52:5, the Most High shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place, and root thee out of the land of the living. Selah.
Run that back, Bubba. Show.
God, the Most High shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place, and root thee out of the land of the living. Selah.
Yeah, man. Right? You people will be done away with, man. You know? You people will be done away with. And speaking of our land, we're not in our land, man. Ambassadors dwell in the Ashdod. Okay? And it's clearly, it's evident. It's evident. You see the wickedness in the land. How is it just the place where there's so much history in the Bible, but yet it's wickedness, and the Bible is a righteous book? You know, showing you that there's some wicked people in there, man.
Yeah, America calls itself a Christian nation. They call themselves a Bible-believing Christian nation, founded on the principles of the Bible and Christianity. You know, like the brother said, the Lord has a distinction of hating towards Edomites, man, towards called Israelites. The brother brought out the scripture, reference scripture, Jacob if I love, Esau if I hated, man. So that's a vast difference right there, man. You know, you love doing something, but you love this, but you hate that.
And that's in the New Testament too, for you Christians out there.
Yeah, that's quoted in the scripture. So you Edomites, you're the people of the Lord's curse, man. You know, the Lord sees you and he doesn't think good. You know what I'm saying? He don't have no favoritism or favor towards you Edomites, man. And that's a hard pill to swallow for majority of you Edomites out there, man.
Yeah,
and you, Jake, man.
And they know that though. These devils know that, man. That's like what the brother said. That's why they're hurt. They're hurt the fact that we've woken up.
Yeah.
Because they know that us waking up means they're gonna perish. You know, they're gonna vanish from the face of the earth, man.
Yeah,
ultimately, they're gonna be chased out of the world.
Yeah. That's what the wisdom of Solomon was speaking about that.
I think it's in Job.
Well, we're speaking about like we have basically the point about economy of life matters.
Oh yeah, that's the wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah, that's the wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, you brother get that, man. That's a perfect reason for that. But I want to get this here. It's Isaiah 34:5. It says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea." Idumea is basically symbolic of the Edomite people, man, and the Edomite nation, which is majority here in America. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. So it says that Idumea or the Edomites are the people of the Lord's curse, man. You know, there's another one here. See if I can find it. It says Jeremiah 49:13. "For I sworn by myself, says the Most High, that Brownsville shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse." And this is talking about the destruction of America, aka Babylon the Great, as spoken in the book of Revelation. "And all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste," man. So ultimately, that's going to be the outcome. That's going to be the future of America, man. Your dwelling place shall not be forever to every generation, man. There's going to be an end of this place that we call America. There's going to be an end of our captivity here in America, man. There's going to be an end of the sword, which is you Edomites, being put upon us, man. And that's what we're going into. We're going to redemption, man. Being redeemed from our captivity. And to be redeemed, part of our salvation is the destruction of the Edomite people, man. That's part of our salvation. That's part of our recompense, man. That's part of our get back. The Lord promised to destroy our enemies, man. Psalm the 83rd chapter. The Lord's enemies, the number one being Esau, Edom, man. So the Lord has promised recompense and salvation, and part of that recompense salvation is destruction of the Edomites, man, the so-called white man. Go ahead, bro.
Let that brother grab what he got. You grab it.
The one I have for what y'all was speaking on earlier, it was Wisdom of Solomon 2, and 1 and 8. I'm just going to skip through everything. "For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright, our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy."
Hey, and they push that heavily. That whole like YOLO spirit,
yeah.
hey, they push that shit heavily, man. And that gives you people so-called leeway in your mind, especially these women, to act how you act, man. Well, shit, you know, what he don't know won't hurt him. You know what I mean? I'm like, you only live once, I might as well just do it. But you don't think that it's going to be a punishment for your wrongdoing, man. But it is going to be a punishment for your wrongdoing. Go ahead.
"Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave, And then this is the one I wanted because of what you guys were saying. Let us oppress the poor, righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age.
And you see that now.
That's that manifest destiny.
Yep. Yep. You see, and it's even now. You see that now. That shit ain't changed. Their whole agenda has not changed, man. It might be switched around a little bit, but their whole ultimate plan has always been the same.
Well, they got 100-year plans, man. You know, they calculate things for the next 100 years. You know, that's how crafty and that's how detailed they are in their evil doings, man. You know, they plan this whole thing out, man. You know, like the brother said, they decide what you're gonna like, man. They decide what you're gonna be into. They already study you, Jake. They study how your mind works. They study what appeals to you, and they move you toward wickedness, man. They move all the music toward wickedness. You know, Jake likes a certain type of beat. Okay, let's put some wickedness on it. Let's program his mind so we can accept those things and he can get these wickedness out. And that's exactly what you dumb fucking people do, man. You know, majority of you, the average so-called Black, Latino, Native American, they're into popular music. And popular music tells them to be fucking whores and drug addicts and fucking to kill each other, and what you don't understand, that's coming from the devil himself, man. Using sellout Jake to push that upon you.
My woman was showing me this thing, man. It's on Netflix. I forget what it's called, but they track you based off data.
Yep.
And it's basically like creating a perfect customer, so they know what you watch, they know what you're going to watch next, right? They know what you listen to, they know what else you're gonna listen to. They know what you're gonna do on that day based off your cell phone, man. Yeah. And that's when you get it down to that, that's crazy as fuck. Yeah. So therefore, they know what to advertise to you, right? You might have been looking at a car, you know, on your laptop, and then on your phone you see the ad for the same car, you know, because they have all that shit linked, man. You know what I mean? They have, and these cell phone companies, Apple don't help, right? They have all that shit linked, man. As a matter of fact, if you try to switch from Apple, they'll make it so hard for you because all your shit is linked to it. Your card, your credit card, your business shit for work, everything is linked. So if you move to the competition, then the competition has to be sufficient enough to have what Apple has for you. They sell convenience, man. And the average person don't want anything to do with inconvenience. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
All of our adversaries, every one of them are going to go into captivity, right? And they made no regard, man. Of our, they don't look at us as a people. They look at us less than nothing, man. They treat us less than nothing. Okay, here it is that you'll have, you know, these heathen that come from the Middle East and all that come over here, and they have an automatic hate towards Jake without even experiencing anything with Jake, man. You've been in fucking Yemen for 30 years, right, dealing with nothing but Ishmaelites, and then you come out here and hate Jake when you haven't even had an experience with Jake yet, man. You know, because they already have that natural hatred in them, man. Yeah. But yet they still want to profit off you, right? They still want to, you know, they set up different stores in neighborhoods and all that shit, right? What they've been doing, they profit off you niggas, right? They can't sell the shit that they sell to Jake in Jake neighborhoods and these so-called so-called white people neighborhoods, right? They can't do none of that, man. You don't see no AJs in the hood.
You see no Sprouts?
You don't see no Sprouts in the hood. You don't see no Whole Foods in the hood. There's only 2 of them out here. What that tell you? They both ain't in my neighborhoods, man. You know?
It says, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith Yahweh. Because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion.
See? They call us outcasts, saying this is Zion. Like mocking almost, making fun of us, so to speak, man. Okay? Is this a city of peace?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when you really dig deeper into that, it's really offensive, man. It's like, damn. They look at us as a customer. That's it. That's all you is. No regard for you, no nothing for you, man. Don't feel no time. When you niggas get shot down in the street, they don't give a fuck. They don't care, right? They listen to that music just like we listen to it, but except it's not. They won't listen to Asian on Asian killers. They won't listen to white on white killers, so to speak, right? They won't listen.
Like you're never gonna see a so-called white man speaking about killing his own people in a song. The only one that's stupid enough to do that is you, Jake, man. You're never gonna see a so-called Arab man talking about rapping about killing another Arab. You're only gonna see the so-called black Latino Native American talking about gang banging and killing this guy, that guy for some stupid shit. You gotta see and you gotta understand how demonic that is, man. How evil that is, man. To actually popularize and nod your head to killing your fellow man. I mean, you people don't see that, man. It's incredible that that's popularized, man. And you can thank Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube and Dr. Dre and all these people that they push up, in the limelight. You can thank them for that, man. When that movie Colors came out back in way back when, that's when gang banging started to get popular. Well, the whole nation, man. Before it was secularized in different areas, but when that movie Colors came out, man, everybody wanted to be a gangster. Everybody wanted to claim a set, man.
Still to this day.
Still to this day, because that was done on purpose. That was done to put you people in a dead mind state, man.
And it's easier to do that to niggas because we don't know who we are. We didn't know who we were. So what else are you gonna resort to?
Yeah, well, how else are you gonna identify yourself with?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. What are you gonna resort to, man? And they put you niggas in a box, right? And start fucking with you through the food and all this shit. They know eventually you niggas will knock each other off, man. And that's all those in the curses, but that's what's happened. They had a hand in it, man. And they're not innocent, man. That's why the scripture said, "No hands on the hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished." And a lot of our people love the so-called white man, love these heathen, man. You love them, right? Until what? Until he shows you his fucking horns, man. And then when he show you his horns, you niggas want to march, run in these stores, kick glass in, cause hell throughout the city and all that. But when a nigga kill a nigga, it's like, let's make a song about it. We're gonna do a video about a grave, and we're gonna shoot his mama house up after.
I got a piece of it, if I may. Going into exactly what that brother said. This is Hosea chapter 4, and it says, "Hear the word of Yahweh, ye children of Israel, for Yahweh hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land." See, there's no truth, there's no mercy, there's no knowledge. Okay? The scriptures say fools hate knowledge.
Yeah, shit.
And a real quick testimony, man, this last week at work, some dude wanted to fight me, bro. Issachar, right? And he's all into glorifying the cartels, man. And I'm gonna tell you like this, man. The cartels have single-handedly ruined Mexico, bro.
Yep.
You can't even go to Mexico without looking over your shoulder, bro. You can't even be out after dark because them dudes are lurking at night and doing all kinds of crime.
Yeah, they see us the dark, those crazy, bro.
Yeah, cutting up people.
Yeah.
What kind of honor is in that, bro? Putting them in grocery bags and leaving out for everybody to see and leave little notes, hanging dudes on bridges. But let one of your family members or let you get caught up in that, bro. You ain't gonna be singing that same tune, bro. They kill little children and all that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? There's no honor in that, man. Right? This is going back. This is by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood toucheth blood. Blood toucheth blood, like what the brother was saying, murder after murder. You got that going down in LA. You got it going down in Chicago, Miami. Even out here, there's been a lot of people just whacking one another, bro. And it's all fun and games, it's all fun and games until it hits home.
Yeah.
Then it gets serious, bro. Because then they dishonored one of your family members, man. They done took out one of your bros, your brother, your uncle, your cousin, or whatever. It ain't the same. It don't feel the same, bro. When you look at when you're at the funeral looking in the casket like, oh snap, the dude got smoked. It ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? But there's no mercy, there's no truth, there's no knowledge in the land. You see what I'm saying? That's why the Heavenly Father got a conspiracy. You got a bone to pick with your Jakes, man. You know what I'm saying? You literally got to see TV and movies and media. You really got to see it like for what it is, man. Once you turn it off, you turn it off. Shit is fantasy. That's not real life. We cannot live another 100 years with the same type of behavior, man. At some point, you got to just shut it off. You know, I'm gonna say this, so a lot of these rappers, bro, don't even live in the hood, bro.
No.
Real talk, you cannot be thugging, bro, and be making millions of dollars, bro. You see what I'm saying? Lil Wayne ain't in the hood like that, bro. Birdman ain't in the hood like that, bro. Them dudes It's just an image they're portraying.
And
bro.
sometimes when these so-called rappers go back to the hood, they show them getting robbed, man.
Yeah, they get smoked.
Yeah, they get robbed by their own so-called little clique.
You know why? You know why they get robbed, bro? Because I'm gonna tell you something. In the world, there's no rules to the game. That thing that they call the game has been erased. It's just straight up shiesty shit. There's no more honor in the streets. There's no more, which there never was, right? But still, even more now. You got little peons who come and whack somebody for some clout. Now, who's this dude? Oh, he ain't nobody, but he whacked so and so, so he's somebody. And he ain't shit. Motherfucker's 160 pounds. 160 pounds soaking wet, bro. And he's somebody now. You know? It says.
And they cry when they go to jail.
Yeah.
When they snitch.
Yeah.
Nigga 6'9".
Yeah.
6'9", bro. New York came out yelling. He was yelling. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't believe that he got famous off of just yelling on the beat. Right? 6'9". Right? Look at what happened to him. What did his homies do? They went behind his back, tried to get his woman. They get his woman. They set him up. They kidnapped him. They set him up and all that. Then what did he do? He sung like a canary. What honor is in that, bro? There ain't no honor in that, bro. You know what I mean? It says,
Just don't do it. Like, just don't get involved.
Yeah.
Like, you know that shit go with, like, don't know. That's why, like, that street shit is retarded.
yeah.
Like, just don't do it. It's like, and they got a thing called backdooring, like, where your own homie is such, like, just don't do it, man. There's demons on these niggas, man.
Oh yeah.
On these, and it's like the brother was saying, yeah, little Pookie, come up and shoot you, and then go cry when you do life in jail. Like, what kind of shit is that? Nigga is 16. You finna get maxed out at 18. Right now you finna do life, maybe come out when you're 60 or 70, telling the young niggas, man, don't do it, don't do it. But somebody was telling you not to do it.
Hey, I'm gonna say this too. You got mafia bosses, bro. They done turn snitch, bro. And they're even telling people on YouTube, man. Look it up. Sammy the Bull Gravano. You got dudes in Michael Franchese.
Yeah.
You know, you got dudes in the Mexican mafia. All these dudes have turned, and they've said the same thing. They're all agreeing, hey, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. We're over here doing dirt from other knuckleheads that are worse than them. You're just following in the footsteps of worse ass people, right? And you do what they tell you to do. Then you find out that it wasn't worth it. You spend all your life in jail, on drugs, doing some BS. It ain't worth it, man.
It's a statistic. It says for every 1 year you on the streets, when you're in that life, for every 1 year you balling, you spend 5 years in jail. So if you balling for 2 years, 3 years, you're spending 10 to 15 years in jail. So based off of every year you balled out of control, that's 5 years in jail. And that's the average statistics for dudes who get caught up in the streets.
Hey man, it's cool being righteous, man. Righteousness is cool, man. You know what I'm saying? I did a video on that, man. You know what I'm saying? This is where it's at.
That's uprightness and integrity, man.
Yeah.
That's high value in the scriptures.
Yeah, there's peace. There's peace in being righteous, bro.
Yeah.
These people's lives are in straight chaos and madness, man.
All day.
Don't let people fool you on social media throwing dollars, you know what I'm saying, and all that. Man, that's fake, bro. That's a fake life. Can I finish this out, bro? This is Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. A lot of you all don't understand that what you do, your children emulate. They see that. That's why you got to get out of that lifestyle, so you can put up a good example for your children. And because anybody with a brain is going to understand, you know what I mean, that there's no life in in evil and wickedness. Matter of fact, the scriptures say, "He that is occupied in wickedness shall no good come to him," or something to that effect. You got it.
I'll let that brother get in this real quick.
This is just Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
And I'll tell you this too, like the brother was saying, it is a cool thing to be righteous. But just because you're righteous, that don't make you a marshmallow, man. That don't make you soft. That don't make you, because if you look at the scriptures, like we talked about a couple weeks ago, those are some of the hardest men that you could ever run into that didn't fuck around, man.
No.
Slice your ear off.
Peter.
Peter.
But hey, I was telling these brothers, I was watching The Passion of the Christ, And when they nabbed up Yahweh Shai, bro, Peter put out his sword and he cut off Malchus's ear, bro.
No talking.
Peter was with the shits, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Peter carried a sword. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, we went into it, right? Yeah, King David, man, and his mighty men. They fought for a cause, bro. Not for some damn street corner, or for some foolish, silly ass chick, or for $20 and some dope. Nah, man. You can't lose your life for that. You lose your life for Yahweh Bashim Shai, for the truth, for your people, to tell this truth, man. Get beheaded, you know what I'm saying? Because there will be martyrs, man. Because we're so-called, if you will, revolutionaries, man.
Right.
We're fighting, okay, for change of rulership, bro. This is a whole different type of fight. You know, we ain't fighting over this world and the things in it. We're fighting over getting crowns, man. Ruling with Yahweh Shai.
Going into like we said about the whole sick shit, right? That basically you shouldn't be hanging around people like that, bro. You're supposed to stay far away from them, man. I guess real quick is Proverbs 13 and verse 20. It reads, "He that walketh with wise men should be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed." Basically, bro, if you're hanging out with these motherfuckers like that, man, 2/3, hey, you're most likely to get destroyed, man. Because hey, at the end of the day, it's an influence, or you're influenced by them, man. You look for any weakness you have, say like, alright, like your weakness, spirit of endurance, use that to their advantage, bro. Stay away from like that. Stay away from 2/3, bro. The best you do is stay away from 2/3, man. Either you're alone or you're with your brother, basically, for the most part.
Yeah.
Okay, one more real quick. It says, evil pursues sinners, but the righteous good shall be repaid. Evil should pursue sinners, man.
Yeah.
They say walk with, you walk with you walk, man. The whole the Migos and shit, was it Quavo or say one of them, dudes. They got, hey, that dude got shot because like he was hanging around with sinners, bro. Evil pursuing sinners, man. And it's not like out of blue, out of blue, someone just shot off. No, man. We're hanging out with wickedness. Most likely gonna get wicked.
Yeah, well, he put himself in a situation where shit like that it can happen, man. You know, you don't want to put yourself in situations where you know shit can go foul, man.
Case in point, I think that dude was, they were in Vegas, no bodyguards, bro. Shooting dice in the hood, wearing you know, blinged out, bro. Like, come on, man. You're asking for it,
They
man.
were in Houston.
In Texas, California, how many rappers got shot out there trying to floss it? Man, you don't want to go to California doing that, bro.
My cousin got killed, man. I was there a couple months ago for his necklace, bro. Had a pieced out diamond necklace, big ass necklace. And like 4 or 5 dudes approached him. And he beat 2 of the dudes up and took off running and shot him in the back 5 times. And didn't even take a shit. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's foolish. That's why Jake is just, I try to stay away from Jake, man. It's like, cause Jake is like, they the new white people, man. They the new KKK. You gotta look at them like that, man.
Yeah, they are.
They the new, these niggas kill more niggas than
KKK.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just like, you gotta, and
And there's actual Klansmen that they look at that and they applaud that. Man.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, well, I'm just going, we just watch him kill themselves. You know, so they basically, they're doing their job for them. They don't got to do nothing no more, man. They just got to cheer you on. So, you know, how wicked is that, man?
or they get smart and fun you niggas to do.
Yeah.
Like music. Oh, this nigga's hood. This that nigga's hood. Well, really, it's none of you guys' hood. It's just where your mama got fucked up.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say this too, man. There's been talks. I don't know if it's true, but I met a dude from Chicago one time. He said that there was talks about that they was dropping crates of guns
Yeah, I heard
in the
about that,
ghetto,
yeah.
and that's where all these dudes started getting all these high-powered weapons, man. Jake didn't just go. You know what I'm saying? Like the government did that, sat back. And that's why you got what's going on in Chicago right now.
Yeah, he didn't go find no underground arms dealer.
Yeah, grenade
Start
launchers.
dishing out, hundreds of dollars.
Niggas had grenade launchers.
No,
Yeah,
same,
bazookas.
yeah.
Yup.
Like, come on, how do you get access to military weapons?
Well,
like
back in the 90s when the whole crack epidemic
Yeah.
broke out, man, Jake started fucking carrying Uzis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where the hell they get the Uzis from, man?
Well, where the hell you get crack from?
Yeah, where the hell you get crack from, man?
Hey, what did my man Lawrence Fishburne say on Boys in the Hood?
Yeah.
He said, black people ain't got no boats. They ain't got no helicopters. We ain't flying and floating that shit up in here. It's these devils doing that.
Yeah,
And they put it in the hood.
that dude, Freeway Big Boss, the real
Yeah.
Freeway Big
Yeah,
Boss,
yeah.
He exposes all that, man. He speaks about that. If you look at the documentary, he exposes all that. He exposed the connection between the so-called government and the crack epidemic.
Right, yeah. They sit back, they throw it up in the hood, they let it flood the hood, they sit back and watch Jake
Go crazy.
go crazy.
Hey, and that whole show, Snowfall, I used to watch that shit every day. It goes into that. It's loosely based off Freeway Ricky Ross, but as it goes into that, the CIA agent was funding Freeway Ricky to sell drugs
His
in
blood, huh?
South Central.
His blood,
His
his
blood was
blood,
the CIA guy, yeah. And that's fucking wild. That goes to show you that in the same shit that they funded is the same shit they'll give you a life for. Give you prison and life for, man. Which they end up giving him life. But if you read the story, he ended up going into the law library and beating his own case, man. It was like they charged me twice here, they charged me twice there, and he ended up getting out of jail, man, because he started reading. He didn't know how to read until he got to jail, which is fucking crazy. But what goes to show you that these heathen don't give a fuck about us, man. They don't care, man. Right? Scripture say, what? We're waxing old this place, man. It's generations after generations after generations of Jake that's been under the subjection of these fucking heathen, and that we so much that we knocking each other smooth the fuck off, man. And it's wild, man.
I got one.
Give me a brew 424, 27 to 28.
Come on. This is Sirach 10
Give me Isaiah 14.
and 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So the ruler of the city, man, these governors, these presidents and whatnot, they rule the cities, right? They rule America. That's how they are. So, okay, Esau the biggest thief. And you see that movie Malcolm X in the very beginning? I charge the white man to be the biggest thief on the planet Earth. I charge the white man to be the biggest adulterer on the planet Earth. I charge the white man to be the biggest idolater on the planet Earth.
Liar upon the planet Earth, so on and so forth.
Okay, so if they're all that, what do you think the people of the city are gonna be like? They're, they're the ones that are searching out iniquities, pushing it to Jake. Okay, so the reason why people are like that is because these damn devils are like that. They're running. Case in point, they just signed the Mo law. So the people, if they was in the closet, they out of the closet now, right? And if they was curious, they full-fledged now, because the ruler of the people is like that, so they're going to be like that. It says, and an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited, man. And they're unwise kings. That's why they have to be removed out of power, because they're destroying the people. They destroy their own people. They don't even give jack shit about you, you lower level Edomites, man. They don't care. They lump you up with niggas and spits.
Yep.
You're the same. They don't need what do you call it? Useless eaters, goyim. They don't need cattle. They don't need people that don't think. That's what they say. Y'all don't think. We need to think for y'all. But they don't know that their power and their intelligence is really given to them from the Most High on the left-hand side. They're given this time to rule. Okay?
That's what we got. That's why it's so important to come back to. When you start understanding that, it's so important to come back to who we are as a people, man. Or else, it's just like you devoured, man, and you left out here. Which 2/3 of our people is going to be left out here. We hope and pray that we're not part of that number. That's why we make our calling and election short. You got that? You got a precept on it?
Yeah, I got what the brother was saying about, basically not dealing with these 2/3, man. You gotta be very careful who you deal with. Like said, be wise and servant, be honest and dumb, man. Be understand in your workplace, you gotta deal with certain people, and you gotta be like the brother said. Your brother got to fight with some dude, at work, man. You know what I'm saying? So that just shows you that the people around you, they got demons on them, man. There's demons on these people, and you always got to be aware of that. You always got to be aware of that. Your spirit, being aligned with the Most High, is contrary to everybody else's spirit out there, man.
Yeah, if I can say real quick before you bring that out. Case in point, when I was little, we took a trip, family vacation, me, my mom, my brothers and sisters. And while we were going, her brother robbed our house. You know what I'm saying? Like her brother that she raised, her little brother robbed our house, man, for everything.
Yeah.
And still denies it to this day. But left his evidence back to where we knew it was him. His phone was there. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So it goes to show you that you got some slimy motherfuckers, man. Like, it's an old saying that says, blood make you related, loyalty make you brothers. You know what I mean? Roughly paraphrasing that. In your blood, That don't mean shit, man.
Yeah.
They sometimes them be the worst ones, man. You know, sometimes they be the worst ones, man.
Yeah, they be stealing from their own mother, man. You know, they be stealing jewelry from their own mother to buy some fucking some fentanyl, man.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? You know, I seen that happen. We seen that happen, man. But I got this Proverbs 14 and 16. It says, "A wise man feareth and departeth from evil," man. So you gotta see things that way. That word evil, if it goes into meaning bad time, man. So a wise man will fear and depart from evil. He'll be circumspect, man, about the things that are going on around him. It says, but the fool rages and is confident. That means he's self-confident. He thinks that he got it all down, man. I mean, he knows best. In reality, he doesn't, because it describes him as a fool. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
yeah, you see that today in niggas, man.
Yeah.
You see that today, man. It's actually a movie that came out on Netflix. It's called, or it might be a Hulu. It's called Cowboy. It's about Jake Cowboys in Philadelphia, man. And the dude cousin ended up getting smoked because he was so confident in his bullshit, and he ended up dying. Man. You know, but that's your average Jake, you know. They don't think they can. Oh man, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. What happened to the other 1,000 niggas before you? So you just the different. You know what I'm saying? You just the one that's gonna get away. Okay. Go ahead.
I got one. This is Acts chapter 2 and 40. You know what? I'm gonna start at 38. Then Peter said unto them, repent and be baptized every one of you in the name of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach for the remission of sins, and ye shall receive the gift of the Holy Ghost. Okay? So that's what we tell you, man. We tell you repent, man. Go back, feel sorry for yourself, man. Okay, be baptized, meaning come into the word and be cleansed. That's what the word does. It cleanses you. You gotta deal in the word. Because like this brother always be saying, we've been marinating in Babylon juice, man.
Yep.
So make no tarry to turn to the Lord, man. Start cleansing yourself with the word before the day of wrath comes, man. You know, that's the message, man.
Yeah, we really brought out, you know, all the downsides of living a life of folly and wickedness. We brought those points out. We brought out the negative side of all those things, man. It's all negative, man. So we're telling you that, you know, righteousness is hard, man. Being righteous is hard. Having integrity is hard, man. Hey, when you're right with the Most High, man, and you can get a good night's sleep. You know what I'm saying, man? You go to sleep and nothing gonna bother your conscience, man.
Yeah.
You know how hard is to sleep with a fucked up conscience? You know how many of these people out here, these so-called thugs, getting a good night's sleep?
Oh yeah.
You know, they always gotta watch your back. They always gotta watch out someone scheming and scamming on them, man. Someone trying to fuck with the woman, so on and so forth, man.
Yeah. Someone trying to kill them.
Someone trying to kill them.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna have extra security around them.
Rather running from the police.
Yeah.
Running from the law, man.
And look at the movie Scarface. At the end, he was paranoid as fuck. He had all these cameras around him. He had all these guards around him.
Hey, rich on dope, had marriage problems.
Sleeping with his sister.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a thing for his sister. He was bugged out.
Yeah.
Really, when you look at Scarface, the movie,
Yeah.
he was bugged out,
He
bro.
bugged out in the end, man.
Yeah.
Well, he said, he said to his friend, he said, I want the world, Chico, and everything in it.
Yep.
But yeah, what he got?
Yep.
He got everything, bro, including death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and what did he say? He said, who do I trust? Me. That's who. That's who. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Me. Another Quaalude.
Hey. That's a pretty sad life, bro. When you only trust yourself, you can't trust nobody else. That ain't cool, bro. See, but the truth teaches us different, man. You know, and what do Jake say? Because we're not made out of wood. All human beings want love, want trust, want acceptance, want kindness, man. Who do we front? We shouldn't front for nobody. The Lord created us to be a righteous people, a holy people, man.
Right.
Here we are. You know what I'm saying? Living in the world, hating, envying one another, killing one another, stealing, robbing, doing this, that, and the other. When you start to see the magnitude of what you've done, you know, you start to say, you know what? This ain't worth it, man. That ain't worth it. Unfortunately, some people never grow out of that crap. They never grow out of evil and wicked and say, you know what? They don't ever, what do you call it? They don't ever realize that wickedness doesn't work. It never works, man. It says, back in Acts 2 and 39, for the promise is unto you. Okay? The promises are given unto you, so-called blacks, Latinos, you Native Americans, and to your children, and to all that are afar off, even as many as the Lord our power shall call. All over the world, too. the confusion they face. We speak about those too. Those Israelites that are on these foreign lands that they're actually they're from the tribes, man.
Hey, the brother in Boston, the brothers in Boston, they was going in on one of these other camps that are outside of GMS. I forget who it was, but this Chinese-looking man came up to them, and they was, getting on him for how he looked or whatever. But the Chinese dude was like, "Hey, I'm raising my son up the same precepts y'all talking about." And not only that, I agree with everything y'all talking about. And they still called him a Moabite. Man, come on. That ain't that's not a Moabite, man. A Moabite wouldn't even, he'd have jollied his ass right on down the street, wouldn't even stop. But the dude stopped and was like, "Hey, I'm raising my son based off the same precepts y'all talking about."
Daniel said none of the wicked shall understand.
Right.
You know, and you gotta have a certain spirit to agree with this truth, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, so he may look like a Moabite, but most likely if he agreed and his vibe, his spirit vibe was with the truth, the Bible would say, you know, never mind what the men, because the men they wanted the spirit, or else they would identify that. But he identified what the Bible was saying, and most likely he was a Jake.
Like I had that dream like the brother was talking about. It was me, Apostle Tahar, our brother Yawana over there, and Apostle Gabar, man, and we was driving and we was helping a brother in Japan break down a video, man, or break down a question that he had in a video. And the title of his YouTube was GMS Japan 2.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So you're gonna have Jake scattered abroad. You gotta realize Jake used to run shit, like, you know what I mean? So you think we wasn't laying down that? If you, like, I always bring it up, look at the Moorish Empire, man. They was, you know how much white women was walking around with big ass bellies with Jake babies in them, man?
Well, look at Vietnam. You know, a lot of brothers, so-called brothers, they let some seed over there, man.
Oh yeah.
That's why you'll see all things about Vietnamese people down there break dancing and, you know, and getting down with it, man. You know, I even seen an article where they got Vietnamese cholos.
Oh yeah.
Vietnamese
And Filipino.
Yeah.
Bro, the lowrider tour, okay, you see that where? In the ghettos and the barrios of America, right? The lowrider tour is big in Japan. They actually they tour the United States and they'll stop in Japan, bro.
Yeah.
And they got a whole lowrider culture. You got people that are speaking Spanish out there wanting to be Chicanos, Mexicans,
They be eating tacos, all that. They be eating burritos, all that. Talking all that mess, man.
Getting what do you call them? Aztec calendars tatted on them and stuff. Why? Because they spirit. What do you call it? They what's the word? They vibe out, if you will, with so-called Mexicans.
Even in Mexico, right? There's a lot of Chinese Mexicans.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Chinese Mexican Irish. And there's a whisper. Jake is everywhere, bro.
Bro, I've been watching on TikTok, man. You got a lot of Japanese people that are speaking Spanish.
Yeah,
They're teaching Spanish lessons on TikTok, bro. They're from Japan, but they moved to Mexico and been living there for a long time. They're even teaching Spanish on TikTok, and they look straight Japanese, bro. You can't just write these people off. They're you know, they could be Jakes. But it says, let me run through that. I'll finish it real quick. Acts 2:40, and with many other words did he testify and exhort, saying, "Save yourselves from this untoward generation."
Time, man. Listen to Brother Baruch.
Baruch 4 and verse 24, and it reads, "Like as now, neighbor of Sion, has seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting."
Yeah, so the Lord is going to deliver us. Yeah, they saw our downfall, had a hand in it, right? They saw our captivity and had a hand in it, but shortly they're going to see our deliverance as well, man. And they're seeing it now, because really to receive this truth is a form of mercy. Okay, to receive this truth is like the Lord is giving us a chance, man. Okay, before that great day comes, because when He comes back, the toughest of the toughest will be weak. You know, it says what? Men's hearts fell in them. One was going to be passing out. Oh, shit, boom. They ain't never seen nothing like that. You know what I mean? An angelic force, a so-called black man at that, on a chariot. Yeah. Come on, man. Like, you know, like, that's a sight to see. Like, oh, my, even us, nervous, because we don't know. It says in a twinkling of an eye. You know what I'm saying? It says that we might be delivered, that we might be saved. We don't know.
The scriptures say that the righteous shall scarcely
Be saved. Come on. Give me Isaiah 14 about the show. Can you give me 5 and
Isaiah 14, starting from the top, and it reads, "For the Most High will have mercy on Jacob, and yet choose Israel."
Yeah, he will have mercy on Jacob, but yet choose Israel, man. Okay, so no matter what type of little slips and little things you try to do to make us go off, at the end of the day, the Lord is going to have mercy on Jacob. Go ahead.
And set them in their own land.
Proving what? That we're not in the land. Proving that we're scattered among the heathen. Which, again, goes back to what? You're going to have brothers that look like the heathen.
Yep.
You know, Jake populated.
Yeah.
My brother got 13 kids by 11 different girls. Yeah.
Well, back in you know, in our great grandmother's times, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even my grandmother, she had what, 7, 8 kids.
Oh, yeah.
And in the times before that, they had 8, 9, 10 kids. They was more healthier back then. You see what I'm saying?
Also, they had multiple families.
Oh yeah.
They had a little family over here, they had a little
yeah.
family over there. You know what I'm saying?
My dad got 8 by 5 different girls. Right? My dad's dad had 3 by 2 or 3 by 3. So it just but that's how Jake get down, man. Jake just
If I may say,
full multipliers.
yeah. Hey, that's just the nature of a man. And I'm starting to get real like, you know, my patients be wearing me thin with all this. If a man cheats, I'm gonna go, man. You females are stupid, bro.
Yeah.
You know, here a man will provide for you to, you know, go to hell and back, but he just want another one. What the fuck's the problem?
Yeah.
you don't go to In-N-Out and just get the burger. You get the fries too.
Yeah, sometimes.
Knowing good goddamn well that you females like when a man is masculine like that. They like, oh, he got another woman. Wow, so exciting.
I had a woman tell me I wouldn't like you if you couldn't get other women.
Exactly.
She told me that straight up. I wouldn't like you if you couldn't. She's like, I know you got other women. And I started laughing. She's like, I know. I wouldn't like you if you couldn't get other women.
Yeah, because they want to be with someone that's desired, you know, by everybody.
Yeah, a real woman wants the manliest of men. If you don't see her, saying that, stay away. She's a feminist, man. Those are the women that they're already lost.
Yeah.
But I want to say this: in that movie, True Romance, there's a scene where Dennis Hopper tells Christopher Walken that about in Sicily when the Moors, who were Israelites, they went up in there and they had sex with all the women, forever changing the bloodline in Sicily, man. Forever changing it. That's how much.
If you look at Italians and you look at Sicilians, they don't look at Northern Italians. They're blonde hair, blue eye. You look at Sicilians, they're dark hair. They got a little hue to their skin.
And they don't even identify themselves as white, man.
Nah.
If you ask them, they don't
I'm
identify.
Sicilian.
Yeah.
That's what they say. No, we're Sicilian.
They set themselves apart from being a so-called white person. And that brother brought out the movie True Romance. The director Quentin Tarantino, he said he got that from, I think his mother was dating a Jake dude, and the so-called black man, and the black man so-called told him that information.
Oh yeah,
Sure, it's true. And that's why Northern Italians hate Sicilians, man. And they're southern. It's southern. Sicily's in the southern part of Italy, man. It's like segregated down there, you know. But you got that. Run that back. That blue 24, 25, 325.
4 verse 25 reads, "My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is to come upon you from Yahweh, for thine enemy have persecuted thee."
Yeah, see, the wrath came from the Lord, man. You guys didn't do this by your mighty strength and you just a big bad heathen. No, it's because we went off. If you go to Deuteronomy 28, 15 on down, it gets into the curses, and it tells you what will happen if we don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments, man. And one of them is that, hey, we'll be in subjection, basically, under you heathen, man. Because really, you heathen were created to be subject unto us. And it's evident in how you live, man. Because common sense to us, right, what's in us, from right from wrong, it's not to y'all. We know not to eat squid. We know not to eat frogs and all this shit. It's in us to know that, man. We know when we doing something bad, even the little Jake. Man, I'm gonna do it, but I know it's bad. You know what I mean? You motherfuckers y'all just lawless. Y'all don't know. So you need a ruler. Go ahead.
Yeah, if I may say, you go back to the customs of these other nations, man. Go back to the customs, man. Go back to the things that they do. Some of that stuff will freak you out. You know what I mean? Some of that stuff you'll be like, oh, that's gross.
Elon.
Yeah, they ate
Some of the nasty.
I forget. I want to say Elon, East Indians, bro. They bury their dead on the beach, on the shore, right? Then they'll take a bath in the water You feel me? That comes up. Like that's dirty dead people water, whatever. It's nasty. Why would you do that? Jake, if Elon told you, bro, go take a bath in that sea, you'd be like, hell no. You feel me? Like, where's the nearest shower at, bro? Like,
Where's the nearest airport?
exactly.
They got a rat. They got a rat temple that they feed
Oh, yeah.
the rat. They walk barefooted
Yeah.
and feed the rats
Yeah.
milk and all. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I saw that at the school. I'm like, they just walk around with rats. These
They-
motherfuckers weird.
They worship cows.
Yeah.
And they got a
It's
monkey.
so-
They got like a monkey temple where they go under just monkeys all fucking feral and wild up in there. And if a monkey pisses, it's like a blessing or something.
Hey, a minute ago, when I used to work at the dealership, I had a customer from the Philippines, man, and I think he was from the Philippines. His email was like Gook something, right? And he was like, I was like, that's funny as fuck, right? He was like Gooks. It was like Gook something. He was kind of cool, but he was like, you know, the motherfuckers got like Down syndrome a little bit, man. So, so, because they incest babies, you know what I mean? So,
Yep.
so he was telling me like one of the big things to do out there is that they have when they eat dinner, they have a monkey in the middle of the table, but with just, you know what I'm talking about, with just a crown of the head popping out. And what they'll do, they have this tool and they'll smack the monkey on the head, man,
Oh, yeah.
until his cranium busts open, and then they'll eat the meat. But the monkey down there, you can't see the monkey moving and shit because he's under the table, but you could hear him and shit scratching and all that, and then you know when he dies because he stopped moving, and they just start piecing the brain and eating the shit.
You saw that? I saw that actually on Faces of Death a long time ago. They put his neck in a contraption where it just it closes. It closes like this on the table, and it's just his neck.
That's fucking crazy.
And they'll smack his head with a hammer, just like the brother said, man. Yeah.
That's what they do. It's like if Jake couldn't see that shit, Jake would be like, bro, what the fuck? You know? Yeah, say it again.
1,000 Ways of Death. Years ago, that's where they had it.
Oh, that's where they had it. Yeah.
You know, a bunch of folks sitting around the table.
Yeah. He was from the Philippines. He told me, he said, yeah,
Wow, that's
he said, we do that, man. We do it, but they do it to where they only can see like the crown, like his forehead up, and they smack it and they eat the brain.
Yeah,
Hey, and they ain't got no problems about that. That's in their culture. Okay? That ain't in our culture. If Jake would sit down and see that, Jake would literally be like, yo,
hell
smack
no.
it. I ain't about to eat no damn monkey brains.
They probably consider that a delicacy.
Yeah.
Like a high value meal.
Yeah.
It's the most expensive on the menu.
Some exotic meat.
Exotic. And it come with a show. Ain't that a bitch? You know what I mean? You hear the monkey scratching and all that shit crazy, man. You know? What else? You got something?
This is
Yeah, bro. 5?
This is Baruch 5 and 6. For they departed from thee on foot and were led away of their enemies, but the Most High bringeth them unto thee exalted with glory as children of the kingdom. For the Most High hath appointed that every high hill and banks of long continuance should be cast down and valleys filled up, to make even the ground that Israel may go safely in the glory of the Most High. Moreover, even the woods and every sweet-smelling tree shall overshadow Israel by the commandment of the Most High. For the Most High shall lead Israel with joy in the light of his glory, with the mercy and righteousness that cometh from him.
And this is what's coming back to our people, man. As a matter of fact, Baba Rashad, go to 2, Rule 5 and 2. Just read that real quick.
This is Baruch chapter 5 verse 2. Cast about thee a double garment of the righteousness which cometh from the Most High, and set a diadem on thine head of the glory of the everlasting.
And if you Google what a diadem is, it's like a crown, man.
Yeah.
You know, this is what's going to happen when we're redeemed by the Lord, man. From the hand of you fucking people, man. Because we have to be, and you people are going to be in subjection, whether you like it or not. We have to be, man. Go back to Isaiah 14, Baba Rashad, and go to 3, 2, and down.
Isaiah 14 verse 2, and it reads, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Most High for servants and handmaids.
We should possess them for service. This is in the Bible.
Yeah.
For servants and handmaids, man. Like I said, you are created to be subject unto us, man. Period. Y'all need subjection, man. You know, just from the things that you guys do, you need subjection. Okay, go ahead.
Fine. And it reads, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were.
Yeah, we should take them captives who captives they were. We were their captives. We were under their rule for a great time, man. Okay, remember we waxed old in this country, man, in captivity. Generations over. We've been here, man, a long ass time, man. In our eyes, right? But the Lord is getting ready to redeem us, man. Go ahead.
Huh. So captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
Uh-huh.
And it shall come to pass, and the day of the Most High shall give thee rest from thy sorrow.
The Lord is going to give us rest from our sorrow, man. The average Jake is sorrowful, man. Showing you that we in captivity, man. This is not our rest. Right? They making grandmas work at 70 years old, 75, 60. So you know how you feel at that? I don't know. I'm 26, so you know what I mean? But what I hear is like one dude they did an interview, he was like, bro, you know how I feel to be 56 or 60? And he was like, it feels like I just played a tackle football game yesterday. My bones hurt, this and that. Now imagine having that pain and going to work.
Yep.
And then it's like now they're not giving any pensions. No, it's hard to get retirement plans from these jobs.
Yep.
If you have a 401k, a lot of people don't realize what a 401k is. This is an investment strategy, man. What they do is they take a portion out your check, right?
They match it.
And they invest it for you, which is cool, right? But it has a loss that comes with it, man. Right? It could lose if the investment go bad. Like me, when I had pulled my shit out. And it's tax. They tax the shit too.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
They tax the shit.
Yep.
I had some money in there or whatever, and then I looked after they got done taxing. I'm like, damn, god damn, like y'all just gonna take these couple thousand. All right, cool, fuck it. At least I got something, man.
And a lot of these jobs, you gotta work like 35 years to collect them.
Yep. God, go ahead. Oh, you got something?
Yeah, an old dude. It was like his old dude at my old job, right? He was like 70 years old. Motherfucker was working like 50, 60, 70 hours a week and shit. And he basically also denied his 401k. Like, goddamn, like, you're working for the company for like 20 years. And bro, he was constantly not to work every single fucking day. Like, goddamn. And like, he's like, I can't handle no more. So the money, like, even though I want to retire, I can't afford it. Like, goddamn, like, bro, you're working to death right now.
Social Security not gonna help your ass.
That's slavery. Yeah, Social Security. I talk to people on that shit. They don't pay shit, man.
No.
Every Wednesday or every third Wednesday, whenever you get that motherfucker, they don't really pay, man. You don't pay, especially with inflation and all that coming up, man. And then I think they're about to shut that shit off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So what are you people gonna do, man? It's like, damn, you know, you really want to be here? Isaiah 31:1, it says, "Woe to you that trust in the shadow of Egypt."
Right.
Yep. This is what you really want, man? You really want this heathen, this Edomite to be in rule for the rest of your fucking life?
Yeah.
You really don't want to see a change? You really don't want to see another way? It's because this way is just so good, huh? Where your woman to step out, you don't even know it.
Yep.
They can come get your kids. You can own your house, but if you got tickets, they'll come take your house. Your car, if you don't have, you know.
Or you get a divorce and a woman can take it, keep your fucking house.
And your kids.
Yeah.
Hey, your house and car ain't even yours, man. You know? You say, oh, I bought a house. Like, no, you didn't. You still own that house, man.
Yeah.
You
They're
know?
gonna take it away from you, man.
Yeah, low key, people tell me, oh, I bought this, I bought a van. I'm like, that's a nice car, no?
Yeah.
It's not a nice car, that's a nice car,
It's a
no?
cardinal, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, yeah, it look nice and shit, don't get me wrong. You know, the cars we buy, you know, you're like, oh, I bought me a nice car. You sit back and think, like, I don't even know this shit.
Yeah.
I gotta make payments on this shit, they won't take this.
Yeah.
That's slavery.
Yeah,
bro.
watch you miss a couple payments. Don't
Yeah,
you?
oh yeah, they come for your shit quick.
You
And
can,
then,
you
bro,
go get you, man.
then they turn around and sell that shit.
Yeah.
Right? And if that shit had a problem with it, they'll still sell it to you, right? And then get this. They want you to buy the warranty, right? Buy the warranty, the car was already jacked up. You hold the car for a month, you don't even know, 2-3 months, boom. Car messing up. What? Go, take it, they fix it. It's a racket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a racket.
You say, I thought I bought the warranty, so that doesn't cover warranty don't cover
That shit happened to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the warranty don't kick in until the 30th day. So if something happens between that first day you get it and that 30th, your transmission could go out and you will be out of a car until the warranty kick in. And hopefully, the warranty that you paid thousands for covers whatever happened. You know, hopefully, right? Because most of the time in these dealerships, like these warranties don't really. A lot of people got warranties, don't even know it.
And you know what's funny? You know what's funny is that basically, man, They selling these warranties. You know why? Because they know they selling used cars. They know that these cars got issues, man. So it's all a racket, man. It's all a racket. Hey, in America, there's always some damn fine print.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what you people, you know, like the brother said, you people like that. You know, you got to read between the lines out here, man. 'Cause you can get caught up in a raw deal, man. That's America for you,
Well,
man.
that's going back to the brother said being a subject of the payments, man. That's part of the bitterness that you got to deal with being here in America, man. Being subject of the payments, you know, perpetually paying out pocket, man. Never owning anything. You know, your car breaks down, you get a car, you pay it off, the motherfucker break down.
Yeah.
You gotta trade in and get another one. Payments again, man. You know, how long will it take you to pay off a fucking house? You got like 30-year loan that motherfucker?
Yeah.
So how you know by the time you finish paying that house off, you might be dead, or your marriage might fuck up. Like the house be taken away from you. You know what I'm saying? So this is hell right here that we're living in, man. We're living in pure hell. Go ahead, bro.
My father-in-law, he died and didn't finish paying off the house. But guess what? They wasn't got to take the house because his woman, I guess, wasn't on the yeah.
Deed?
His woman wasn't on the deed, and they had to fight tooth and nail with a lawyer to get the house. Say, hey, look, yo, we're his family. Why can't we just take over the payments, man? You see, fine print.
You know, that's how they do. Because it's all about fulfilling their pockets, man, and putting their kids through college, man. That's what it's all about, man. It's deeper than that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like what it comes down to. They'll rob you to get to theirs, and Jack will rob you to get to his own pocket. So it's just like, and that's why we want to leave, man. You gotta leave, because we don't have anything here, man. But that's why we gotta get wisdom. Go ahead.
It says, this is like Haggai 1:6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. You know, you get your check, right? You get your check. And I always trip out. Because your what is it? Your gross pay.
Yeah.
Your gross pay is this big old number, right?
And the net
Deductions.
yeah. And then you look at the what you take home. You're like, yo,
What happened to all that?
what happened to it? Y'all done just straight up took like $100 and $200 something, you know?
If not more, you get health benefits and
Yeah.
you know all the things that they sell you,
If you got,
deductions.
if you got eye or dental care, whatever the case, and then to put your whole family on it. Ooh, that's an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
You see?
They're trying to
So
sell you life insurance and
yeah,
things like that, man.
you sow a lot, but you bring in little. And when you do get money, man, you look around. It's like inflation going up. Everybody in the crib need coats. You know, for winter they need beanies. Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
The shoes.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you get your check, and that bill is already knocking at your door. It's already coming in the mail. So, hey, your money's spent before you even get the check. You know what I'm saying? Because for one thing that's for sure is the bills, bruh.
Yep.
Them bills don't lack.
Hey, that's subject to payments. That's the reality of it right there. You know, we are subject to payments, meaning that until Yahweh Shai comes to redeem us out of this place, you're gonna be in a state of oppression. Man. So it says trust not in oppression, man. So basically, don't trust in America, man. Because to trust in oppression is to trust in America. And a lot of you Jakes, you so-called black, still Native Americans, you trust in oppression. You want to be continually here buying the latest shit. Working, increasing your dollar amount, man. That's your whole. That's a so-called a whole American dream. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna have the house and the car and the white picket fence and the 2.3 kids, man. That's an American nightmare. What it is right there, because you're not gonna win out of it. That's for sure. I'm gonna get this right here. This is where is it at? Psalm 62:10. It says, "Trust not in oppression, and you could not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them, man." So don't trust in oppression, man. Because money don't last, like your brother brought out. Money doesn't last long in this place, man. Once you get your check, it's pretty much gone.
Yep.
After paying your light bill, your water bill, after buying food for the week, man. After paying your internet, what do you? Sometimes you ain't got nothing left, man.
Yeah.
And you still got to put gas in your car.
Yeah.
You still got to give your kids lunch money. So it's a lose-lose, man. So why the hell you want to stay here in America, man? Go ahead, bro.
Give me that. Give me that.
Luke 19 verse 27 reads, but those my enemies, which are not that I should reign over them, bring hither, and say them before me.
This is the Lord talking, man. Right? Okay, showing you that the Lord is not this man that y'all painted, man. Right? The Lord, I made a video where I said it's easier to serve Jesus because here it is. Right? You women could go commit adultery on Friday,
Yeah.
commit adultery on Saturday, then go to church and ask for forgiveness, and then talk to the deacon after church.
Yeah, because you ain't got no ring. Right? That's what they teach.
Shit is crazy.
Go and date. But until he put a ring on it, you good, girl.
But they
That
say,
shit is
they say,
wickedness,
and
bro.
they say date, bitch, go to school, anybody you want.
Because you ain't got a ring.
Yeah, you ain't got a ring.
Hey, man, people are tripped up on marriage, man. Y'all don't really know what marriage is, man. I'm going to just say that, man. Women freaking out because they ain't got a ring, man.
Yep.
It which shows you that women put more value on that fucking ring than their own vagina, man.
Yep.
And here it is that, like, I ask a woman, you know, well, how much do you think? Because a woman would be offended if her ring don't cost a certain amount, right? Oh, I need a ring to be $20,000. Well, okay, cool. Well, if a man if you get married and your man buy you a $20,000 ring, that means that this man can pay you $21,000 to sleep with you, because you just put your value in that ring, and a lot of you subconsciously don't even fucking see it, man.
It's crazy. That's madness, bro.
You know? So it's not about a fucking ring, man. Whoever you get it, open your legs to, that man is your husband, man.
Yep.
And really, it's the first man that you open your legs up to,
Yeah.
man. But here it is, you live in a tripped out ass society to where, like, women don't put no value. Well, like Kevin Samuel said, he said, name one thing that increases in value with usage. With time and usage.
Yeah,
Name one
yeah.
thing that increases in value with
Yeah,
time and
yeah,
usage.
yeah.
It don't, man. Those old historic cars that millions of dollars that was made in the 40s and the 50s and all that, the 60s, right? They usually don't have any miles on them. That's why they're so increased. You bitches got more miles than a semi truck, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Than an 18-wheeler, man.
Yeah.
And then you still think that you're something, but really, it's because we under the rule of the heathen that you women are so delusional, man.
Yeah.
That you don't fucking really, and that's why we got to come out of this shit, man.
Well, there's gonna be a time and day for you women
Let's
to
grab that and then
seriously
go grab
that
that
you're gonna
next
be
one.
asking for someone to take away your reproach, man. So the Lord's gonna put on you heavy of the shame that you brought upon yourself. You know, so you women, you're not gonna get away with shit, man.
They say a woman, and a woman said, an Edomite looking woman said this shit. She was like, she don't really believe in, like, she don't really agree with women sleeping with a lot of men. She said the marital poll is 80% of the time somebody get married, a woman will get divorced.
Yeah.
80. So it's an 80% chance if you get married that a divorce is going to happen, because women can't connect. After a woman sleep with 5 different men, she can't connect with the 6th man, the 7th man, the 8th man, because her body stops releasing a chemical called serotonin, I think, which oxytocin, yeah, which is a bonding chemical from her to the first man that she slept with, showing you that, which the Bible said you're supposed to be with one man, man. Showing you that
Yeah,
you're
and the only way you could be with another man if the original man died.
Yeah.
Then you're free, lawfully free to be as another man.
Right.
And you gotta stay with that man until he dies.
Right.
And the brother said that his women, they can't connect with different men because, for one thing, the scientific study showed that every time a man puts semen inside a woman, that semen stays there, man.
To where even your kids will start acting like the last man.
Hey,
That's the tripped up part.
hey, see that serpent whispered in your ear, man?
Yeah.
Going all the way back to the garden, telling you that the knowledge of wickedness was something to be liked, something to be favored, something to dwell, dive in, whatever the word is. And that's what women are. They want that knowledge, that unforbidden knowledge. That it sounds good, but that shit is wickedness, man.
Yeah, what it say Genesis is it was pleasing to the eyes, right?
Yeah.
You know, to the woman that so-called forbidden fruit
Yeah.
is what the philosophies of the other nation.
Exactly.
It was pleasing to the eyes. It was something to make her wise, it said.
Yeah, so so meaning that you're gonna be like the Most High. You're gonna know both.
Yeah.
You see, and it was ultimately the Most High's plan. But see, they don't teach you this in the churches, man. They don't tell you that you going into this knowledge of evil, learning how to be evil, okay, is really your death.
Yep.
It's really your downfall, man.
And they had this pastor on camera going to this girl house that attended his church, telling her to put on these prayer panties.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Slide her panties off, so I'll put these prayer panties on. Like, come on, man, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? And that's why you gotta stay out of these churches, man.
Yeah.
Titus said what it said for a reason, man.
Yeah.
You know, give me that Proverbs 4:7, then we'll grab that and I'll swear.
Proverbs 4 verse 7 says, wisdom is a principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy get understanding. So getting understanding, get understanding.
Yeah, and with all like get understanding, man. Wisdom is a chief thing, man. Right? Wisdom is a chief thing, man. And wisdom is so beautifully spoken about, especially in the Apocrypha, man. You got that from that?
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah, wisdom is it's the best thing you can get, man. The most wise man that ever walked the earth, what did he ask for? Wisdom. And everything else is added unto him, man. Right? We have to get wisdom, man. Because wisdom it's like Apostle Rambla did a beautiful video 2 days ago on wisdom, man. I think it was yesterday on wisdom, and he was likening it to a song that he heard.
Oh yeah.
You saw the video?
Yeah,
Details?
Yeah,
Details.
Details.
Yeah,
Be detailed or something like that?
Yeah, how you say it in Spanish?
Detalles.
Detalles, yeah. Detalles, you know. And
I caught the beginning of that.
Yeah, Khan, and he was likening the song unto wisdom, man.
Yeah.
Which wisdom is the chief. It's a woman that never leave you, man.
He's
Unless,
like into a relationship with a woman.
Yep.
You know, if you don't pay attention, constantly pay attention to a
Just do
woman,
it, yep.
you know, she's gonna be just pleased with you.
Uh-huh.
I mean, she might, you know, leave you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the scriptures say that wisdom will forsake you, bro.
Right.
Wisdom will forsake you, man. You know what I'm saying?
And you got to pay attention to it, man. You got. It's like that woman woman you always wanted,
Yeah.
that don't commit adultery on you, man. That stays with you as long as you tend to it.
As long as you tend to, yeah.
You know, and that was when he made that video, I started looking at it different. Like, oh man,
Sophia.
Sophia. You know, she be in the car with you. You know, all right, hold on. And then somebody run the intersection, right? Oh, make it right. It's too much niggas at that gas station. Go to the other gas
Oh,
station.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you'll get. Go ahead.
No, hey, bro, hey, you gotta stop yourself. You gotta literally be like, "Arr!" Left and right. What way I'm gonna go? It's, when situations present themselves, you gotta watch. You know what I'm saying? What you about to do? If I can get one real quick, this is the Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 3. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 4, for into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. For the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit, and remove from thoughts that are without understanding, and will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in. Bro, when unrighteousness come in to your spirit, when you walk into a situation that is evil and wicked, righteousness will flee. You got to be careful. You got to watch and go where you going, who you with, what they about to do, who's all there, what y'all gonna be doing. Oh, we couldn't be doing this. We couldn't be. Hey, you know what? I can't roll. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody, when you see somebody pull out the strap. Oh, look at the time. It's time to go. You know, because if you don't, righteousness will not dwell, man. The Lord, the maliciousness will not, wisdom will not enter into your soul. And when you, hey, check it out. I'm gonna say it like this. Put it like this. When you mess up, you'll be like, what was I thinking? Well, the Spirit left you. That knowledge that you had, or whatever the case, the Lord will make you know, you're about to fall down, sir. You're about to trip, bump your head, and that's what happens when we go off. So you got to be real attentive to wisdom and to decision making. You see, okay, it says, for the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding, and will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in. For wisdom is a loving spirit, and will not acquit a blasphemer of his words. For the Most High is the witness of his reigns, and a true beholder.
It's a beautiful thing, man, when you're one-on-one with it, man. To where like you're satisfied with with not doing everything everybody else would do.
Yeah.
You know, when it's like, all right, man, I'm just in the house, burn some incense and read the scriptures. and you cool with that.
That's
And
paradise, bro.
and it's like it's the best night you ever. It was better than going out.
Yeah, when you're really vibing with the scripture, the spirit speeding you, bro. Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
Man,
When you staying out the way,
Yeah.
when you staying out the way and enjoying that house payment, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because hey, you know what I'm saying, right? Like you know you work all week and you got to pay rent. I'm staying home now. You know, when you was young, you wanted to go out and shit. You're like, you know what? I'm enjoy all this money that I just paid. Read the scriptures, do a video, and just chill. You got it.
That Blue 5. It's like an 8 and 2.
This is Sirach chapter 8, verse 2. I loved her and sought her out from my youth.
First talking about wisdom.
I desired to make her my spouse, and I was a lover of her beauty. Hey, you know what, man? That reminds me, if I may say, like, how many times you see a title of a video pop up on your feed, you be like, I gotta listen to it, I gotta stop.
Yeah.
Turn the radio off, you tell people, hey, hold up. You know, you'd be like, turning this on, because you know it's about to tickle your brain. You know what brother's about to go. Just reading the title, be like, oh, snap. Earphones on, connect the phone, you be like, oh, I gotta hear this.
It sparks you, like whispers to you, like, hey, check this out.
Yep.
The spirit, like, tells you, like, oh, I gotta watch that movie.
Ain't no feeling when you 1-on-1 with it, man. Ain't no, especially like I know brothers could agree. When you first come into the truth, man, when it's just you and those videos, you know, and you look at your history, you didn't watch 12 videos, like, you know what I mean? When you first came in, you was getting information, and that was one thing Apostle Ramla said too. You got to treat it like you treated it when you first came in, man.
That's in the Revelation, it's remember their first love.
Yeah, when you first came in, you were like you were evergreen, man. You were wanting to know. Pastor Hard dropped the video, okay, I'm watching that. Oh, this camp dropped the video, okay, I'm watching that. Oh, the elder from this camp dropped the video, I'm about to watch that too. I'm about to do some history. I'm about to do this, and then it was just like, so you got to get back to that, man. And I was really talking to myself. First, he was talking, I was like, yeah, that's right, man. Because when you was 1-on-1 with Sophie, you started viewing the world with wisdom.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You like, man, that's stupid. You can identify that is stupid.
Yeah, and all those things that you were worried and anxious about, you don't give a shit about that no more. You know, that woman that you was tripping on, it don't matter no more, man.
It gets so cold to where wisdom, it'll show you why, what lesson you have to learn in that, man. And where potentially you could have, it's so cold that you'll figure out what she did to the next dude and figured out that the Lord delivered you from what she was trying to do that to you.
Much,
like, that's so, you like, oh man, thank the Lord, man. That bitch was a ticking time bomb. If she would have did that, and you be so in love with the bitch, right, that she wouldn't even see it. But the Lord be like, nah, get out of here. Boom, kick her out of there, man.
Yeah.
And then she go fulfill her plan, because it says, what, let a sinner be given unto her. She go fulfill her plan with the next dude, and then run him through the fucking ringer. You be like, man, the Lord delivered me out of that, man. I got testimonies on it, man. You know, the Lord delivered me from that situation, man. And then boom, but if you looking at it from a nigga's point of view, like, man, fuck that bitch, blah, which whatever she did, fuck her.
Yeah.
But get the learning lesson out of it.
That's right.
And if I may say a quick testimony too, man, like what had happened to me this week about this dude wanting to fight me. You know what? To be honest, man, I couldn't find one reason to fight dude. Because I'm like, yo, I'm about to lose my job. I'm about to potentially catch a case or break this dude's shit all up because he said that I wasn't about that life. I was like, that's stupid, you know. But like how the brother said, if you carnal, if you're thinking like a worldly man he ain't gonna let nobody get the last word. A worldly man ain't gonna take the L and humble down. A worldly man gonna be like, you know what, I gotta whoop his ass because somebody might know, somebody might hear that he's punked me out. Bro, I don't give a damn. You can punk me out, bro. I'm going home. I'm being with my family. You could be hard. You could be hard, man. I don't care about that. You know why? Because we're practicing in wisdom.
Well, if you look at it, they're not really being hard, they're just being all up in their emotions, man. They're being like a woman.
Being soft.
Why? Because you know why? Because there's nothing that two men cannot hash out with words, bro, and move forward. You're supposed to be like that, right? But this dude was huffing and puffing like and I'm gonna blow your house down, like the big bad wolf. And I was just saying to myself, like, bro, I could crack this dude. You know, we could tangle, me and this cat. But that was the old man. The old man wouldn't have, bro. I wouldn't have thought twice. But now, like you know, like the brother was saying, like you think like this is stupid. This is dumb, bro. All because this dude don't want to admit that he trespassed against me, man. And that's what made me mad. But I checked my ego and said, you know what? Okay, cool. You don't want to admit you trespassed? That's fine. I'm going to look past it and I'm going to move forward. But dudes be like in the wrong and still be wanting to justify themselves into the point of fighting somebody? That's retarded. That's retarded. You're supposed to be a man and man up and be like, you know what? I did something wrong. I'm going to apologize to this dude because I was in the wrong. But dude want to get beat up or potentially beat somebody up, catch a case, go to jail. For what? And you got to wrap all this in your mind. You got to look at all the avenues before you make a decision. You got to be like, nah, I'm not going to do it. And I did it. And then dude turn around and apologize. I'm like, what? Bro, I'm like how you going to just trip on people and apologize? Trip and apologize. Like, our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Back in Sirach 8, into I loved. Oh yeah, Wisdom of Solomon, Sirach 8, into I loved her and sought her out from my youth. I desired to make her my spouse, and I was a lover of her beauty. And that she is conversant with the Most High, she magnifieth her nobility.
Having wisdom will make you know them, man. Something different about that dude, man. This dude he don't eat that, right? He don't have them. But every time we have long conversations about us committing adultery with other men's wife, he get up and walk away.
Yeah,
right?
that shit.
He don't do this. He don't listen to this type of music too much. He don't do this. He don't come out with us. He don't snort coke with us. He don't do none of that. Man, something different about he don't fit in with us, right? You'll be just the oddball out of everybody, but really you're not though. Really, these people are odd, man. But when you grow up with wisdom, it'll deliver you out of that shit, man. Oh, now I'm going, bro. I'm out of here, bro.
Well, you're being a leader of yourself. You're not going
Being
with
a follower.
Yeah, you're not going with the crowd.
Falling out of multitude through evil.
You're being a man that leads himself. And that takes a high caliber, mentality.
Yeah.
To not try to want to fit in with people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like most of your life, you before we came with truth, brother was looking to fit into certain groups and cliques. And you never could.
Never could.
You were outcast of the outcast.
Yeah.
You tried to get in some gang banging, but there's certain part of you that wasn't with it.
Yep.
You try to get into some this shit, that shit. You might try to get with the sports, man. There's certain part of you you really ain't vibing with these people, man, because you was always an outcast from the world, man. Because you were separated.
Yeah.
You were holy. The Lord already consecrated you for something else, man.
Yeah, you were basically dedicated to have another purpose in life. Like the brother said, you could have delved into all different types of activities and scenarios or whatever the case, but you always were like, this ain't it.
Yeah.
But now you found it. If you're a man of the Lord, this is what you're supposed to be doing. It says,
I'm gonna switch up to this one.
It says, for she is privy to the mysteries of the knowledge of the Most High, and a lover of his works. If riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom that worketh all things?
See, if riches is a desire to be possessed in this life, what is richer than wisdom, man? What is richer than the understanding and the knowledge of this book, man? What is richer than becoming one with our Lord again, man? Trying to. What is richer than that, man? Knowing that he worked all things, man. Okay? What's better than that? That's why we got to seek after that first, man. And everything else will be added, man.
That's right.
Okay, and with that, we're coming back to who we are. As a people, and out here doing our job, trying to bid their leg to the marriage, man. Before the Lord come back and obliterate this place.
Right.
Okay? But yeah, that's...
Push up a little bit, bro. Basically trying to get you I realize these people teach today, man. We're not looking for the end, bro. Look at what people ask today, bro. What are looking to do next 15 years? What are you going to fire 10, 15 years here, bro? Because at the end of the day, people are looking to strive in this place, bro. They're trying to be here to the next generation, and advance the next generation, man. Like, realize the world has to destroy this place, bro.
Right.
Because you got, it's just like what they said. This world's falling into wickedness completely, day in and day out, bro. You're not getting better. and not increasing like how they said it's going to be like, oh yeah, in the future, you know, be much more easier, livable. You have universal income, shit like that. But all this shit's all failing, bro. None of this is going. None of it's getting better. None of it is going to get better, basically. Get that real quick.
Proverbs 4 and what? 27?
Proverbs 4, 37.
Proverbs 4 and 37?
Actually, Matthew 24 and 37. Suck you.
Okay, this is the book of Matthew 4. Matthew 24, 37. It says, but as the days of Noe were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Because they realize that we're living honestly at the end time, bro. People don't realize that you're living at the very end of this thing, man. The wickedness is all up. There's what, 8 billion people on the earth now. How can it go anywhere but down? Because honestly, what it is, it's reaching its pinnacle of wickedness, bro. It's reaching out for the very top, man. Why not?
It says, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, married and giving in marriage.
That's exactly what we're doing right now. Eating, drinking, into marriage, bro. Right now we got this holidays coming up, man. Trying to live a happy and solid life right now. But you gotta realize first, the world's more in this shit, bro. Dude, Ukraine's, like Russia's building up, man. There's like 1 million people without power. It's not getting any better, man. You're trying to strive for that old way, that old American way, man, which ain't gonna come back.
No, it says, but as for the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, married and given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away.
So they knew not, bro, because that's,
Right.
And they think that, oh, the news is gonna come, bro. They think that, once the news say it, it's gonna happen, bro. Even when the news saying it, it's still the missing. At the end, if you will only listen when shit's already hitting the fan. Like, look, back then, like a hurricane, right? Back over there, what's that? Was up north. They warned them of, hey, this is gonna happen. There's a big cyclone coming. Big winter cyclone is coming. Prepare for it. Yeah, but all these, probably not nothing of like, oh, that's not gonna happen. Oh, that's all fake. So we fine be here. And yet, what happened? All out of power. So, hey, man, so they eating and drinking, getting ready to kill that no one's in the yard. Distant.
It says, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
So also the son of like, again,
It says, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Hebrews 11 verse 7.
Then shall two be in the field, and it says the one shall be taken and the other left.
That's why I give this to. Yeah, man. So they said they knew not until the flood came, man. So right now, they said the Lord's giving out that warning. The Lord's letting you know, like, hey, you know, the events that are coming, get ready, man. Because at the end, when shit's already here, when you're out of power already, you can't go on Google. You can't go like, why is the power out? You can't ask, you can't go drive to the next door like, hey man, what's going on? Yeah, then no one's knowing why. So right now is a time to get this understanding and wisdom knowledge.
Well, the majority of people, they're in a state of unpreparedness, man. You know, look back what happened, was it New Orleans? You know, back then, those people were totally unprepared. Now those people got stranded out there, man. You know, so America, the majority of American people out here, you so-called black Native Americans, you're in a state of unpreparedness, man. You're in a state of not knowing what the hell's going on.
You got another battery.
So this is Hebrews 11:7. It says, by faith, Noah being warned of Yahweh of things not seen as yet.
Because right now, we're not fully into the end, basically, bro, yet. You're not at the end times. You're not seeing nuclear missiles flying around, bro. You're not seeing like a big, huge famine that hit the scene yet, bro. But yeah, we're warned of this. We're warned what's going to happen, man. You're gonna say a lot of America, but they're unprepared.
Yeah.
They're not ready for it. They're ready for tomorrow. That's basically how most bro. They're not ready for the next 5 days, 10 days, 20 days. They're ready for what we're gonna do next. What's the next move?
Yeah.
We're not like, all right, maybe the power shuts off. Maybe then that's far away from their mind. You're talking to people, they're not thinking like, oh yeah, man, my power shuts off. I'm gonna do this. We're like, you know what? We're talking about what to do the next one, what to do the next ball game.
Well, it's like you have a car, but you don't have a spare tire.
Yeah, it's a spare tire.
You know, so but then when that flat tire hits you, and it's going to hit you. You know, it's only you have a car. It's only, you got to expect shit like that to happen. You're in a state of unpreparedness. You know, so you got to be circumspect about. You know, the man of the Lord said that a wise man and prudent man foresees the evil, man. You know, so we seeing these things. We're in a state of spiritual preparedness, man. Because we're being warned by the scriptures of the things to come. So that gives you a grace period to get your mind and your spirit ready for martial law, Jacob's trouble, famine, all the things that we prophesy about. Because they're going to happen, man. They most likely going to happen because the scripture says so.
Just like you're driving a car, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Just like this place, it's going to happen. You can't expect wickedness to rule forever.
No.
Like, why would you even want this place to keep moving for, man? People homeless here. You got rapists, bro. We got murderers going in and day out. You think this place want to keep going like this, bro?
You got the moles.
You got
the trans. You know what I'm saying? The transformers. You want to see how far that goes? You know what I'm saying?
It's already getting hard enough to live. Already to live. It's hard to see even to meet the bare necessities.
Yeah.
You still want that to keep going?
Look at the movies, man. They got to throw in a mower or a transformer in every movie now. You want to see movies where they got nothing but moles and transformers the whole fucking movie? You know what I'm saying? Like come on, man. It's at a wickedness is an all-time high. And that's exactly why the Most High destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, because of the height and the level of wickedness in that place. We get back to this Hebrews.
Yeah, Hebrews.
Hebrews 11:7 says, by faith, Noah being warned of Yahweh of things not seen as yet.
Because right now we're building that spiritual ark, man. Right now, what's time to do is get this warning, understanding from the Most High. That's how you prepare. It's what's righteous delivered from death.
It says, move with fear.
Saying move with fear, bro. You realize that's another thing too. People do not fear the Most High. Do not fear what He's gonna do, man. Because look, you get more like, hey, I'm about to destroy the world with water. You gotta fear, like, you gotta say, like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? But it said, what? Noah listened to the Most High. Like, oh, what you want to do? Want to do this, do that? What?
Yeah, he was in fear. He was in fear because he knew that the Lord wasn't playing, man. The Lord told him He was gonna flood this place, so he didn't want to be part of that flood. So he started clambering away and building that ark. And when he wasn't doing that, he was prophesying, man. He was warning the people. But I'm gonna go back to Hebrews. It says Hebrews 11:7. Now, by faith, Noah being warned of Yahweh of things not seen as yet, who was feared, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which by faith.
Hey, beautiful, man. So by Noah moving with fear, he prepared an ark for his family, bro, and for his three sons and their wives, and his wife, bro. So hey, that's a move with fear, man. Right now, that's the time you gotta be in. That's the space you gotta like, damn, how I'm gonna get right? How I'm gonna survive? How the Lord gonna deliver from the wickedness can happen?
Now's the time to move with fear. You know, that's the time. That's the time we're in. You know, the book of Ecclesiastes says everything in the season. Well, the season right now is to move with fear, man. The season right now is to make your decisions based on the downfall of this place, man. That's what it is. It's not to think, oh, I'm gonna 10 years from now, I'm gonna be in the sea. I'm gonna be too high up in this company making so much money. No, that's not the season right now. The season is we're in the times of Noah. So as Noah did, what did he do? He said he moved his fear, so we gotta move his fear also, man.
This is Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath.
Like I said, you could be a millionaire, bro. Honestly, if you want to be a millionaire, go ahead, be a millionaire. But what's this? You're not gonna deliver from wrath. That money's not gonna deliver you. At the end of the day, what's it worth? Your fiat dollar's worth nothing, man.
Yeah.
Because look, I think I looked up like a while ago. I think the inflation rate from like this year to last year is like 10 or 13%. Your buying power is going way down.
Well, today's millionaires are going to be tomorrow's millionaires. It's going to decrease. You know what I'm saying? And a millionaire, really, in the scheme of rich people, that's like the poor section. You know, to be a so-called millionaire, man.
Like what when they did math on it, like, all right, you buy a $500,000 house. I mean, that's what like, here in Arizona, right? They're about like $300,000 to $500,000,
Yeah,
right?
that's almost $500,000.
So even making 100K means nothing basically no more. And if making six figures really doesn't mean shit. Yeah, they'll try to portray like that. Like, so you got $500,000 house, want to live lavishly for some reason in this place, man. But then you got your what?
No, so like, go ahead.
So then you got your car note, and then you got job for your insurance. Then you got your kids. Then you got other shit's gonna happen, food, gas, all that. But it's like, yeah, a millionaire now means you could live okay now. You can live somewhat decent. But now, these millionaires have become, hey, you're gonna make that middle class now. They're making the gap bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
See that?
Oh, and I was just gonna say, and see, you got to look at it spiritually because the prophecies are all from the past.
Right.
The things that you're seeing, they're it's like the Most High is moving, man. You know, and that's how you got to look at it. Us waking up in these last days, inflation. The scriptures speak about famine.
Yeah.
There's famines going on all over the world. Prophecies are coming to pass. The Lord is working.
Yeah.
That's why you see all this stuff going on in the world. You know, and to the spirit, hey, we know why. But a lot of people, they can't see it. It's just like, and that's what's going to catch them on storm.
Well, it's evident that the Most High, he's constructing the downfall of this place.
Yep.
Starting with the dollar. You know, starting with the dollar. He's gonna make the nations hate the horror, man. It's ultimately gonna lead to World War III. You know, and that downfall of the dollar is ultimately gonna lead to the CHIP. You know, that's so like the brother said, we see prophecies being fulfilled. We see the Most High moving in our everyday life. You know, if you turn on the news, you see prophecies being fulfilled, man. You know, every time we talk about the decrease of the dollar, every time we talk about, you know, setting up the system for electronic payment, we're seeing prophecies being fulfilled. We're seeing that MOTP, you know, getting closer and closer to becoming a mandatory reality to your people, man.
It was like, even say cash doesn't mean shit now.
Yeah.
Honestly, most of the time, you're carrying cash, it's dead weight. Like, most people, they're not, you ask for like, you're asking for their wallet, right? There's no money in there. It's a debit card. You can just cancel that back at home.
Hey, some people don't even carry wallets. They just pay everything with their phone. And they just, you know, tap the phone. That's what they online payment with the phone. So that's moving forward, more and more forward to electronic payment, man. You know, which is like we were saying, which ultimately goes into the MOTV, which is the C here.
I got one. Oh, you want me to read this again?
Oh yeah, read that again. Okay.
This is Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death.
So righteousness, being right in the spirit, bro. Being right with Sophia, delivered from death, man. Because it doesn't matter how much money you make here, bro. Because at the end of the day, you can't take it with you. At the end of the day, it's gonna stay here.
Well, it's gonna matter if the Lord is dealing with you or not. That's what's gonna matter, man. You know, so to invest your energy in this truth is gonna be more profitable for you than accumulating money or supplies or anything like that, man. Because unless the Lord is dealing with you, you're not gonna have access to none of those things.
I'm gonna say real quick before this conversation, like, yeah, don't get me wrong, don't just like live homeless, right? Of course you need money, right? For right now, you pay for your day-to-day utilities. You gotta survive here, basically,
Yeah,
bro.
well, Scripture says occupy till I come, man. So you gotta still do the things you gotta do to sustain yourself. You know? And that's of the Most High too.
Yeah.
And the job you have is for the Most High. You know, whatever provisions the Lord gives you to do this work is of the Most High. And He made a way for you to come. He made a way for you. He gave you a certain job for you to come out here and spend your time every Saturday night preaching His word. And your brothers can testify to that, man. And your brothers left jobs because they weren't allowed to come do this work because the job didn't allow them to do so. What happened? The Lord gave them another job, man. And so the Lord provides for us, man. He's gonna provide for us, you know, the different areas of our walk. And when that time of Jacob trouble comes, you know, the Lord with you, He's gonna provide for you in that time also, man. So we really got nothing to worry about, man. Because that's what the scripture, we walk by faith, not by sight, man. You know, so we're walking by faith right now. It's gonna be even more evident to walk by faith in the time to come for Him.
I'm gonna say that real quick. I'm put some of the jobs, right? You look, I try to work this high-end restaurant, right? Like they had sea urchins and duck and like some shit like that, right? And they said, well, I can't work Saturday nights. You're like, I don't think they can do it like that. The Lord doesn't want like that, bro.
Yeah.
So you guys speak the door?
Going back to how we were speaking about, in the times of Noah, where they knew not. They knew not, okay, and the Lord swept them away, right? This is 1 Thessalonians 5. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night. But when they-
So let's go on that. A bit more on that.
It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Say peace and safety. When they're relaxing, when they're their comfort, then sudden destruction upon them. Like, imagine that you're just chilling at home, everything's going all good, you're watching a movie, and you realize all your power went out. Like the whole city power went out. There's shit on fire, just blowing up in the building. Like what the hell? Like, you realize you're just chilling a minute ago, and the Lord has took that all away from you, all at once. So maybe they're gonna put that stuff.
It says, but when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
They should not escape, bro. There's no escaping this. You can't run from the Most High, bro. Lord eyes is everywhere. Lord will make sure that your death is sanctioned, man. And at the end of the day, it's all in the Most High's will. So if the Most High wants you to die like this, hey, you'll die.
Yeah, I got the brother said, talking about time of peace and safety, then that's when it's gonna, that's the Lord's gonna destroy your whole fucking world, man. This is Luke 12 and 16 is the parable of Yahushua. It said, he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plenty. He thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no more room to bestow my fruits. And he said, this will I do, I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and all my goods. So a lot of people, they're gonna be thinking they're doing a good case, man. They're gonna be, because Scripture says the days of no one shall come to some man be. They were eating and drinking and giving in marriage. So they're gonna be in a good case, man. A lot of these people, they're gonna see taking the MOTB as something that's gonna benefit them, and it's gonna put them in a good case for a while.
Yeah, for the moment, yeah, that MOTB is gonna benefit them, but then ask for the destruction.
So they're gonna be allowed to still function in Esau society. It says, and said, this will I do, I will pull down my barns and build it greater, and they will restore my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, that was much good laid up for many years, take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. And that's not, that could happen to you right now. You might think that you're cool right now, you're chilling, you got money in your pocket, you don't need the Most High. Guess what, man? It's said right here, but verse 20, but Yahweh said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee, then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? For he that lays up treasure for himself is not rich toward the Most High.
Beautiful. So, hey, man, the best thing to do is get this truth. Yeah, at the end of the day, hey, if the Lord can take you at any moment, man. In fact, let's say, the Lord can take you at any moment, bro. The Lord can have you die on the way home, and you heard this truth. Like I say, you're walking by, you heard this truth. Like, oh, you thought nothing of it. You decided like, you know what, I don't want this. I don't want to hear about this. And then die on the way home. That's how the Lord does it, bro. And there's no plans for their death, really. No, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna die on this day, on a specific time. I have my will to this, and like, jeez, motherfucker just fucking is getting a car crash. In fact, I get testimony of that real quick. My coworker, I want to close like years ago, right? He was planning to go with his other coworker to Vegas that weekend. Turns out next morning, hey, the dude fell off the motorcycle and hit his end, and got into a car accident. Hey, bro, you guys get this truth, man. It's a move with fear. Get that real quick out. The
Turn.
yeah.
Con, this is Sirach 5 and 7. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off day today, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth.
He says, so suddenly shall the wrath come forth. So hey, do not turn this truth away like we do next week. Because honestly, next week is always next week. Tomorrow is always tomorrow, basically. The best thing to do is what you do today. Like when sticking my old coach, what he said back in baseball, he said, don't worry about what you do tomorrow. As long as you get 1% better than yesterday, that's all it is. And you continue to get 1% better, 1% better, you're improving yourself. That's all you got to really do. But what about what you can do today instead of tomorrow? Even if it's like a small little thing. Like, you know what? I'm a bit tired. You know, I'm gonna just real quickly and like read a couple scriptures. And that benefit didn't do nothing at all. You walking a mile a day. It's like, oh, it's better than maybe I'll walk tomorrow. Maybe I'll go on a run tomorrow. It's just if anything, bro. Anything is better to do something than nothing. So do not turn from it, bro. Do not wait for it to put off day to day. Why says it? Hear that?
It says, in thy security, thou shalt be destroyed.
And we got one person on that said, "Next security, that should be destroyed." If you're gonna be destroyed when you think you're good, because that's when people don't expect that as much. We're like, oh, I'm all good, you know what? I'm chilling, this and that. I got a house, I got food, I got the clothes. Okay.
That's when the privilege is for. You know, he thought he was in a good case, but the scripture says, you know, thou fool, this time of your life is required, my soul required, you know. So in his security, he was, you know, basically the Lord, like I said, the Lord just destroyed this whole fucking world. Man. The Lord can put the ground from under you. You know, and quick too, man. He can turn your sunny day into a fucking nightmare.
Imagine that. Imagine like you're on the way to the bank, right? Like I'm about to do this loan real quick. I got this, I got that, and some dude is robbing you. Stole all your assets in your car.
And that's why you gotta move with fear. Remember, when you move with fear, that means not being afraid of shit. That means moving with fear of the Lord, man. You know, that's what it means. Moving with fear of the Lord. And the fear of the Lord is ultimately the keeping of his commandments and obedience towards him.
When a Proverbs, Hebrews.
Hebrews 11.
Yeah, I think it's verse 8. Verse 8 now?
Verse 8, it says, by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should have to receive for an inheritance, obeyed. And he went out not knowing whether he went.
So it's by faith, bro. The biggest thing you gotta get from this is, hey, you gotta have faith the Most High will take care of you. You gotta have faith that, hey, the Lord, you know what the Lord is doing, basically. At the end of the day, if you're waiting for, oh, I want to see it, then I'll believe it, bro. That's too late.
Well, he took the word of the Lord, man. The Lord told him to do a certain thing, and he did it because he believed in the words of the Most High, man. And he moved by that. You know, so us coming out here preaching the words of the Most High, you know, you have first and foremost you yourself, you have to move by those words, man. You know, and the scripture said that's what Abraham did. He moved. He made his decisions based on what the Most High told him, man. I'm gonna get this Matthew 7 and 24. It says, therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which builds his house upon a rock. And that's what we're doing right here, man. You know, you're building a firm foundation. We're building a spiritual foundation for ourselves. So when those times of calamity come, hey, knowledge and wisdom be submitted for our time. We'll be firm-footed, man. We'll be steadfast in our walk. And it says, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon the house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And those rains and those floods, that speaks of adversity coming, man. So there's going to be a time where adversity is going to come, man. You know, it's going to come upon this whole America, matter of fact. You know, but to take heed to the words of the Most High, therefore, that's why it says verse 24, therefore, whosoever hears these sayings of mine and doeth them, so us taking heed to this word, hey, we're gonna be like a man that built his house upon a rock, on a firm foundation. More than back 25 again, and the rains ascended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. So, hey, so that's what you gotta do. You gotta establish a firm foundation and start with this word, man. It says verse 26, and everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened to a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rains descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon the house, and it fell, and great is a fall of it, man. So those men, those people that didn't take heed to this, when those times of adversity and Jacob's trouble come, hey, great's gonna be their fall, man.
It's like I said, building a house on the sand.
Yeah.
So like building on a sand castle, like making a sand castle, hoping that it'll be there tomorrow.
It's unstable.
It's unstable, bro. The water can knock it off. Some dude wasn't even paying
The
attention.
tidal wave's gonna come knock it off, man. The tidal wave's gonna come knock that motherfucker off. And if some say, so like you said, some dude's gonna come step on it.
No, in fact, you'll probably purpose step on that shit so you're not paying attention, bro.
This is this is Romans chapter 10 and 16, because the brother Shema was speaking about faith coming by hearing, and doing and also doing, right? So it says Romans 10 and 16, but they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah saith, Lord, who has believed our report? So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High. So faith cometh by hearing, man. You gotta hear the word. You gotta be in the word. That's how you build your foundation, man, by taking heed to what the word says. You know what I'm saying? You can never go wrong if you're going to the scriptures, right? But this is James 1 and 22. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. Okay? So it's not only hearing, but you also got to do. You got to do what the word says, man. And that's how you build your foundation. You know, when you go and you go back to the word for everything, every decision making, you know, everything, bro. Scriptures say that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that cometh out the mouth of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's how you make yourself successful, man.
I'm beautiful. Is that exciting? So hearing his word exhausted. Wisdom cannot fail, man. In fact, I think you got that Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8. If you want, there's more on that real quick. I think 8 and verse 5. It's not that I think wisdom is beautiful, bro. Wisdom is honestly the most beautiful thing we have because it's like this wisdom Most High is telling you things that is going to happen. It's telling you, all right, look at Genesis old, and it's like, all right, oh, how did this king fall? How did that fall, bro? How did this and how to basically move in righteousness? How does it help you? How does it benefit you? You got to what up?
This is Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 8. If a man desire much experience, she knoweth things of old, and conjectureth aright what is to come.
Say, you know what things are. You know, all right, what happens if I follow righteousness? What happens if I do wickedness? It's as if, what people saying, history is doing repeat itself, right? And what is happening? Well, Egypt fell, Rome fell, all these places fell, and they're great in wickedness. What makes this place any different? What makes this place, oh, well, not this time? Everything that everyone thinks that happened, well, that's not happening to me, right?
Yeah, that's what I can say too. Egypt had power on the left-hand side. They had like the snakes and all that. Like they had power, and they fell. You know, the Lord showed that He was obviously the power to be worshipped, man. Not the little things that they had, man. You know, when you go into like that whole Egypt shit, man, they had all kind of shit, all kind of sorceries and all that shit on the left-hand side, man. But the Lord, like I think when Moses had when he dropped the staff. And the snake ate their snakes. You know what I mean? The Lord showing you, man, He's the ultimate power to be worshipped. Period.
Well, these devils, they got power on the left-hand side too, man. You know, the Lord's gonna do the same thing like He did with Egypt because our salvation out of this captivity is going to be greater than our salvation out of Egypt. The scriptures talk about that, man. That's what the North country.
It says, and conjectureth aright what is to come. She knoweth the subtleties of speeches and can expound dark sentences. She foreseeth signs and wonders and the events of seasons and times.
And then we're doing right now, like gaining His wisdom. We're seeing the wonders, bro. We're seeing the times that we're in, and the times we're in the very end. Bro, if people aren't worried at all, it's some scary shit, bro. Imagine that not getting right with the Most High in time, man. Imagine the Most High comes to you. Like I said, He comes right now. We're like, comes to like an average Christian. So He comes to an average Christian, right? Like, what do people want to do? They're like, well, I should have done this. We're like, so what do you have done for me? They're like, well, I actually done nothing yet. I sat home and went to church probably twice a year. So, hey, bro, it's a fearful thing, man. We're in a fearful time, bro. Going up.
It says, going back to what the brother Tazar was saying about wisdom being a woman. Check this out. Therefore, I purpose to take her to me to live with me. Woo! Knowing that she would be a counselor of good things and a comfort in cares and grief.
I'm pretty sure everybody can testify for that, bro. That shit, it comforts you. Where's confidence, man? When you're going through this shit, bro, you're like, fuck, bro. You think about scriptures, like, you know what? Like, yeah, it sucks, but you know what? I get at least I understand. I know why at least it's happening. Yep. I know why I'm going through all this hell. Yeah. And it's up to like, basically build that better character. Like what the scripture says, I won't tempt you above your able.
Yeah. First Corinthians?
Yeah. That's motivating to me when I'm going through shit, man. And she's like, the most I can accomplish we were able. And we're like, damn, I could go much further, man.
And that brother's always telling me that. That brother, every time I talk to this brother, he always says, yeah, I'm going through hell, but the most I got me, I can deal with it. The Lord said he wouldn't tempt me more than we are able. But he's saying it to me.
It's a beautiful thing. Like, so realize, yeah, no matter what I'm going through, no matter how much shit I'm going through, work sucks, this sucks, that sucks. And I mean, I'm honest, bro. Like this week, man, I was just walking, I was just taking a walk, and I was just vexed in the spirit. I was like, this shit sucks, that shit sucks. I just fucking hell. I want to get out here already.
Hell yeah.
But the Lord's not gonna tempt us over your ill, man.
This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There had no temptation taking you, but such as is common to man.
So, regardless what, hey, hell is basically nothing new, man. It's pretty common for people to catch hell, bro. It's nothing new. Not like you're like, oh, I won $1 million. No, it's nothing new. Like, oh shit, this is new shit. But no, man, this is the same story.
It's
But
better to catch hell for righteousness. I think there was a scripture on that. I forgot what's that.
God, it says, but the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
The Most High is faithful to you. The Most High has faith in you to be able to go through this, man. The Lord knows you. The Lord knows you from in and out, but He knows.
Well, when he made the bet with Satan on Job, he knew that the Lord ain't gonna make a losing bet, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he knew that Job was able to endure all those things that he was gonna put upon him, man. So that's the same thing as the elect. He knows the elect are gonna endure to the end. He's already predestined to do so, man. You know, so we walk by faith, like the brother said.
The scriptures say that the Lord is not one to subvert a man in his cause.
Yeah.
It tells you that in Lamentations. He's not gonna trip you up to where you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna finish the goal line. If you're part of the elect, the Lord's gonna help you. It's just you come to realize that you gotta catch holy hell, man. That's the only way that you can prove that you're down. You know what I'm saying? I was telling the brothers on the way up here. You know, the Heavenly Father, man, he carried his cross, man, to his crucifixion, man. You gotta wrap your head around that, bro. Like, how many people would carry the gun that they about to get smoked with? How many people would carry the rope they about to get hung with? And not fight back. Scriptures say he was like a lamb taken to the slaughter, bro. So he was obedient unto death.
So what he didn't even want it. They said the scripture says if it be any way possible to pass from me.
Yep.
They say especially even back then, like when he's taking this cross, like, man, this shit sucks. Like, I gotta do it, basically.
Gotta do it.
That's the truth. You gotta do it, man. So if you how much I do that for us, but most of the part of the elect, hey, you gotta basically man up.
Well, even Yahweh Shai said that you have to bear the cross for us to bear. You have to bear our cross.
Yeah. So and what did the Lord say? That he has been tempted. Matter of fact, maybe we should get that, man. Where the Lord says that he was tempted in all ways. You know what I'm saying? Because the Heavenly Father knows what we're going through. So he's faithful to the point where, like, man, I know what they're going through, man. I was there. Hey, another one is beautiful, brother. If we may, Salaki, brother.
Go ahead,
real quick, Tazar, can you get me that he sitteth on the right hand of the Most High? It's in Romans, right? He make intercession to the Most High, bro. Man, I've been pondering on this lately, man. The Spirit got on me to think, about this aspect, man. Like, when it comes to catching hell, man, the Lord knows what we're going through, bro. He went through worse. We didn't go through what Yahushua went through. He was actually teaching, and people was trying to kill him. That's why it tells in Hebrews 8, you have not strived unto death. Ain't nobody trying to snatch us up, bro. Yeah, we got little scoffers and mockers, typing on your key, probably send you a message here and there or whatever. You got people that don't like you in the world or whatever. But Yahushua, bro, he couldn't even go into Jerusalem because he knew they were about to get him.
Even the foxes have their holes, and the birds have their nests. If the Son Man had no place to rest his head, like damn, it's like even if these foxes, they even have a place to live, bro. But I'm home. Yahushua was homeless. Like I said, Yahushua was catching hell, mad hell, bro.
Yeah.
Mad hell, man. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't nice. It wasn't like.
He's an austere man.
He's an austere man too.
So he had no place to rest his head, because he knew people were after him, man. Like the brother said, he knew they couldn't go in certain places to go after him. Because he did that for the example, as an example for us, because there's going to be a time in the day where people are going to be after, the so-called government is going to be most likely be after the man of the Lord, man. And that's why Brother spoke about earlier about it's going to be martyrs for the truth. Because men are going to be after the wickedness of this kingdom is going to be after the men of the Lord.
And rightfully so. If Yahweh Shai had to die, okay, that was his lot. Okay? How much more us? We should be offering up our bodies as a living sacrifice. It should, hey, brothers already, I can speak for, to all of us, man. We already made that choice.
Yeah.
We already made that choice. We're already, to the point where it's like, man, F this place.
Yeah.
Okay? But going back really quick, if I may, I'll give it back to you, brother.
Good.
You can read that Shemar Baba Kasha?
Which one?
The one where he was tempted in all things. Because the brother brought out that there's no temptation that had taken you that is not common to man. You're not tempted with something that another brother ain't being tempted with, man. It's all common, but with that temptation, the Lord will offer you a back door. There's always a way to escape. Yahweh Shai, bro, he's faithful like that, bro. And that's something we have to wrap our minds around, because sometimes you may think, man, damn, man, the Lord, hey, God don't like ugly, and I'm ugly right now. But in all reality, he's faithful. It's just he wants you to walk with him. He's like, walk with me, walk how I walk. Pete, go down the road that I went down. You gonna make it. You gonna come out solid. And sometimes we don't see it like that. We see it like, oh, I want to go down this road. We're like, nah, the straight gate, bro. Go down this one, man. It's hard. You're like that alley. You're like, it look kind of shady down there. He's like, bro, don't worry about it. Go through that shit. And it'd be hard sometimes when you wrap your mind around that.
John, Hebrews 4:15. We have not a high priest which cannot be touched
Right.
with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are,
Right.
yet without sin.
Right, so he was tempted like how we were, bro. You see what I'm saying? So he's faithful, like how the brother said. He's faithful, bro. So when you go through something, the Lord's like, man, I've been through that shit, bro. I know what that shit's like. I know what it's like to be tempted, with certain shit. But you know what? If I can do it, you can do it. I know you can do it. What he say in John? In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome it. So the Lord gives us all these little nuggets of wisdom. We got to wrap our minds around it. Like, you know what? We can do this, man. It's just the human mind at times it slips these concepts, man. You tend to slip. That's why you got to delve in the word. That's why we got to be in the word. The comfort to go back to the word, man. Because your mind will be like, man, I'm whack. I'm this. I'm that. But the word, hey, how Shai went through these things. How Shai went through these things, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, he endured the right. He going back, right? He picked his cross up and said, you know what? I'm gonna be unfaithful to the Most High. I'm gonna finish my mission. I'm gonna do this. The Lord says, if you come to follow me, hey, you gotta pick up that cross too. You gotta do the same shit that I did. So we have to remember these things, man. Remember these things, like, yo, the Lord wants me to walk like He walked. He wants me to be like Him. I gotta be like Him. He said that we could do it. He's faithful. He's not going to put too much upon us, man. So you got to go back, man, and just start picking all these things together and start pondering on them. You got that?
Yeah. This is Romans 8:34. It says, who is he that condemneth? It is Hamashiach that died.
Right.
Yea, rather, that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of the Most High,
You see that?
who also maketh intercession for us.
Run that back, brother.
Who is he that condemneth?
Right. Who can lay anything to the charge of the Most High's elect? Nobody, man. If the Lord died for you, bro, you on the winning team. And that's what's beautiful about being part of the election, about being in the truth. That's the benefits, that's the perks, as opposed to being in the world. You a target. You a walking target. All that wicked and evilness, man, you're going to be ashamed in that day. So who can condemn you if Yahweh Bashem shall be with you, brothers? Go ahead.
It is Hamashiach that died.
It is the Lord who died, right? We didn't die for one another. Hey, the Lord died for the election, man. That seals it right there. That sealed it in blood, bro. He paid with His blood, bro. that's another thing we gotta really, you know what I'm saying, think about. That sacrifice, when I think about that sacrifice, bro, I'll be like, man, we're so much in debt to the Heavenly Father, bro. And He still has grace on us. Come, get your precept,
This
brother.
is Hebrews 2:16. It says, for verily He took not on Him the nature of angels, but He took on Him the seed of Abraham.
Yeah.
Wherefore in all things it behooved Him to be made like unto His brethren, that He might be a merciful and faithful high priest, and things pertaining to Yahweh to make reconciliation for the sins of the people. For in that He Himself has suffered being tempted, He is able to succor them that are tempted.
Woo!
Damn.
Run that back. Hey, He said, all right, cool, I'm gonna go down there, but I gotta be made like them. I gotta be like them, so I can know what it is that they're going through. Because if he was like a human form, but he had spiritual power, but it behooved him to be you know, a man that could die, so that he could literally understand what it is that we would go to him for. Go ahead and read that.
God, Hebrews 2:16 it says, for verily He took not on Him the nature of angels,
Right.
but He took on Him the seed of Abraham.
Right, so he came as a man. He was born, right? It tells you that in Wisdom of Solomon. Ain't no other king came in the world but by through sex. Go ahead.
It says, wherefore in all things it behooved Him to be made like unto His brethren,
Right?
that He might be a merciful and faithful high priest.
You see that? Merciful and faithful, meaning he's there. He's there. He's watching. He's merciful. Go ahead.
And things pertaining to Yahweh
Uh-huh.
to make reconciliation for the sins of the people.
Right. He was forever advocate. He's always a lawyer, bro. He's always like, yo, this is what I'm born. This is what I was made to do. This is what I'm here to do. I'm here to bring y'all back. I'm standing between the Most High and men. They come into me. All power is given unto me for judgment. They're coming to me, and I'm going to bring it back to the Heavenly Father, either for righteousness or your ass is going to get condemned. That's just the way it is. Same thing with the lawyer. The lawyer stands for you right in front of the judge. But if the judge, you know, but if you come out to be guilty, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. You know what I mean? Go ahead, brother.
It says, verse 18, for in that He Himself has suffered being tempted,
Right?
He is able to succor them that are tempted.
How is he going to know what you're going through if he didn't go through those things? He had to have went through these things. He had to have suffered many different obstacles, many different things. He was on the earth. He suffered the same thing we suffered. Therefore, he's able to succor you, meaning he's able to comfort you, he's able to console you. The videos, the brothers, the spirits, the knowledge that comes out, it comes out at a time when you need it. It ain't no mystery that when you're going through something, a brother do a video on it. That's for you. And you watch it, then you be like, okay, I get it. It could be a review, it could be just something to soothe you, something to lick your wounds, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, it's for you.
And the word succor means to aid or relieve or help.
Yeah. There you go. To aid, to relieve, to help. That's what Yahushua does. Get that from the Tazar Baba Kasha in Romans.
Gotcha. This is Romans 8 and 34. I started at the top. It says, who is he that condemneth?
Right.
It is Hamashiach that died. Yeah, rather that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of the Most High.
What?
Who also maketh intercession
Wait,
for us.
wait, brother. He's where?
God. Who is even at the right hand.
So he rose up and what?
He is even at the right hand of the Most High.
Bro, he rose from the dead and he's at the right hand right now of the Most High. Go ahead.
Who also maketh intercession for us.
Look up that word intercession, bro.
God.
Bro, he's literally at the right hand of the Most High making intercession for us. We're not alone. And like I said, through the Spirit, man, sometimes these things be slipping. You know what I mean? I'll be the first one, man. I'll be the first one to admit it, man. Sometimes these things be slipping from my head. You'd be like, man, I'm through. But are we really? You know what I'm saying? That's when you be starting. That's when you be thinking like that. Honestly, low key. Hey, that's because you ain't reading. We got to go back to the word. I've been kicking myself the other day. I was like, man, I need to start getting this word tough again. Because then you start seeing it like, wait a minute, bro. Hold up. Yahweh Shai, okay, wants us to walk like he walked. That's what he said, enter ye in at the straight gate. That's what he said, man. He didn't say, hey, man, take the little back route, bro. Nah, he says, nah, walk this way. I walk this way. You can do it. Yeah. I already paved. Basically, he's already paved the way for you, bro. Not only that, basically, he's like, I died for you, man. I died for you already, bro. You already got it covered. But see, like I said, these concepts be slipping from the brain sometimes. That's why I got to constantly be going over these things. Get that word intercession?
I got it in the blue letter and in Google.
Okay.
This is the Google definition. It says the action of intervening on behalf of another.
Intervening?
On
He
behalf
intervene. He'd be like, yo, he the arbitrator. He the goalie. What do you, no, not the what's the guy in the red and the black and the white?
Referee.
Referee.
Yeah.
He the ref, bro. Go ahead.
This is the definition in the blue letter. In the blue letter, it says to light upon a person or a thing, fall in with, hit upon a person or a thing, to go to or meet a person for the purpose of conversation, consolation, or supplication.
Yep, consolation. Hey, the Lord console you, man. The Lord will come to you, man. In forms of videos, in scriptures, man. Go ahead.
To pray, entreat, make intercession for anyone.
Yeah.
It says following manner, make intercession or deal.
Mm-hmm. Right. You got the Google?
And that was the blue letter, but I got the Google right here.
Okay, cool.
I'll read the Google again. It says the action of intervening on behalf of another.
Yeah, intervenes on your behalf, bro. The Lord is literally at the right hand of the Most High, like, yo, my servant, yeah, he did this. Check this out. This is what he's trying to do. This, you know what I'm saying? Because the Lord knows our inward part. The Lord knows us, man. He knows better than we know us. If he formed us in the belly, you know, before you came out your mother's womb, he knew you. He's the Father of spirits. And he's over there on the right-hand side of the Most High making intercession for you, man. You got to remember that. Go ahead, start.
Yeah.
And I'll get it back to you.
Let me go back to that Romans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Run the whole thing from the top.
Romans 8:34. It says, who is he that condemneth? It is Hamashiach that died, yea, rather, that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of the Most High, who also maketh intercession for us. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation?
That was about it. That
Okay,
was
good.
about it. But yeah, you know, just wanted to expound on that. You know, the Spirit had me, you know, really going into that this week, man. You know what I'm saying? That you know, the Lord, man, he wants us to walk like Him. He's like, man, I want you guys to be like me. I want you to walk like how I walk, man. Yeah, it's hard, but you can do it because I'm gonna be with you. I'm making intercession for you. You know what you got?
Well, not beautiful, love. Because honestly, yeah, you know, they motivate my spirit too. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, bro, it comforts you because like this word, this truth, it does comfort you. In the dark times going through, it does comfort you. Realize that, hey, how should I went through all this?
Well, he said he's going to leave us to cover it. He said, I'll be with you always. You know, so, hey, that's a definite fact, like the brother just expounded on right now. He is with us always. You know, he has left us this comfort, in the form of the scriptures, in the form of brotherhood, in the form of, of being in the spirit. So he has not left us.
No, I say, when you form a spirit, like say, if you wake, say every day you wake up with the truth, with the spirit, man.
Yeah.
The Most High, I was trying to show mercy upon you. But I say, hey, you're still in this thing. You're still in the fight.
Yeah.
You're not. You haven't been knocked down yet. You're still in it.
Yeah.
Might be woozy.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Might be woozy. Like I can't be focused. But like, say, you're still in this. You gotta get back up. Round. You're there for another round.
And you sit in the chair and shit. You know the seconds are passing by. You got to go back at that other round, but you still in the fight though, man. You know.
That's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's going. I mean, this hell is going to be hard.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. It's going to push it to your utmost limits, man. It's not going to be an easy path, bro. It might be like, so yeah, we kind of chill. Something like it's like moderate. Sometimes it's like it's hit you full force. Like this, and this is going to happen to you all at once, man. But at the end of the day, hey, listen, yeah, I wish I know that you could get back up. I know you can finish this. He's like, no, I don't think so. Like, no, you can do it. I know you can do it. So I've done this before. I've done all this. You can do it.
Yep.
So get real quick. John 15 verse 12.
Can I grab this real quick for you? This is Second Ezra.
14. Not 15.
This is Second Ezra 7 and 14. It says, if then they be that if then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. And when you go to Second Ezra 7 on down, it goes into 5 on down. It goes into that a beautiful city basically, but danger before it. And you gotta, which I'll read real quick. It says, Second Ezra 7 and 8. It says, in one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And that's walking in the truth, man. If you never go through the straight gate, how can you receive the promises that are to come? If you never go through the difficulties of the truth, because it says what in Sirach, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right.
Bro, it's a battle. Like it's tough. And usually it be with yourself, man, the old man. You know what I mean? Because you gotta fight him, you gotta fight family, you gotta fight shit in the world, you gotta fight a bunch of different things, man. But we got the Lord. And for those that try to count the Lord out, you're sadly mistaken, man, because scripture say what? He's a mediator between us and the Most High, man. We need Yahweh Shai. Without Yahweh Shai, we won't have his word, man. We'll be fucked off without Yahweh Shai, man. And what other man that's trying to denounce Yahweh Shai, which one of y'all have laid your life down for Israel, man? Or for a portion of Israel? Which one of y'all have laid down your life, man? Not none of you. Okay, so you can't discredit Yahweh Shai, man. We need Yahweh Shai. That's the only way. What he did was merciful for us, man. That's the only way we got this truth, man. So you can't discredit the Lord, man. We got to pray through the Lord. That's the only way you can reach the Most High. The Most High don't look upon your wickedness, man. We wicked men. You pray in different fabrics. You know what I mean? Yeah. The Lord man. We got Yahweh Shai is the mediator between us and the Most High, man. Period. Go ahead.
This is John, chapter 14 and 12. Verily,
15 and 12.
John 15 and 12. This is my command.
Right, 15, 14, 15, 14.
This is John 15 and 14. Ye are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you.
Say, we were friends with Howard Shai, bro. Say, he didn't tell you what's going on.
Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I call you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you.
Hey, say, all the hell we're catching you, bro. All the hell Howard Shai catches, man. He didn't call us, he said, he called us friends, man. He realized that, hey, we say, Yahweh Shai is truly about us, bro. I mean, he's truly about the elect. Most High pray for our elect. Yep. He truly does care about you. He walked that path. He walked through all the hell. He was tempted. Satan tempted Yahweh Shai with all the kingdoms of the world.
Yeah.
All the kingdoms, bro. He said, bow down to me. You can have all this. And Yahweh Shai said, hey, get behind me. You know how much power, willpower they must have for an average person to deny all that. Hey, bro, it's a Yahweh Shai went through some serious temptations just for us, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, remember in the Garden of Gethsemane, he prayed to the Father, and he said, and we mentioned it, if there be any other way, right? And he didn't get an answer. That was the answer, okay? So he just said right here, because this is in the red, but I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. Okay? He taught the disciples about the Most High. Okay? So the scriptures say that what is that? The prayer, right? John 17 and 21. That they all may be one, as thou, Father, art in me, and I in thee, that they also may be one in us, that the world may believe that thou hast sent me. So he's like, yo, you guys be like us all together, just like what the brother said. The Lord cares, man, about us and wants us all to be what? United. That's tripped out when you think about that. He's showing us, Yahweh Shai, he's the big brother, right? And he wants us to be like him, but he's trying to be like the Most High, doing his will. You feel me? all of y'all be one. That's powerful right there, bro. You start to think about how we he said y'all are friends, man. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
He's showing us his will. He's showing like, look, y'all want to be with us? Y'all want to chill with us? Go do this shit. Do this shit. It's hard, but do it. That makes any sense. As plain as I could put it. I don't know how else to say it.
So yeah, it's gonna be hard, but I think like, if they say work for balance, it's gonna be hard, bro. Okay, you want to be hella strong, hella physique, or hella smart? You have to go through it, man. You're gonna have to sit down. You want to come like super smart and like what biology, right? So you become a doctor, right? You're gonna have to sit down and put in the hours in that, bro.
Study, yeah.
You gotta study, bro. Well, you want a hella physique, bro. Hey, you're gonna put down you gotta work out hella, bro.
You gotta get your nutrition right. You gotta get the gym. You gotta get your sleep. You gotta get your rest. You gotta make a commitment to something that you want to prove upon in your life, man.
And say you want eternal glory and salvation. So you gotta put in. You gotta put in the work for it, bro. And I'll walk the path with you. But yeah, you gotta put in your work also, man. It's tripped out, bro.
He called you a friend.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get this Proverbs 17 and 17. It says, "A friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity." So that's Yahweh Shai right there, man. Most High will the elect, he's gonna be with you in that adversity. He's gonna be your friend. He's gonna be a brother. He's a big brother because he's a big brother. So I'm gonna run that back again. Proverbs 17:17. A friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity, man. So that's how we have to be to each other is truth, because that's how Yahweh Shai is to us. He's a friend. He describes us as friends.
Bro, check this out. Check this out. Salaki, you done with that?
That guy, coach.
This is John 16:32. Behold, the hour cometh, yea, is now come, that ye shall be scattered every man to his own, and shall leave me alone. And yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. Woo! So not even he was alone.
Yeah.
Right? Even on the cross, what did he say? What did he say? Lord, why hast thou forsaken me? But what does it say right here?
Father.
That ye shall be scattered every man to his own, and shall leave me alone, and yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. So we're all in it together, man. We're all in it together, man. How Bashim Yahushai in the elect, in the world, fighting, fulfilling the will of the Heavenly Father. We're all in it together, man. It says, these things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. You're only going to have peace in this truth, bro. We went through that when Tazar was speaking, man. In the world, you're going to have wickedness. You're going to have death, misery, sorrow, right? These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. We gotta be cheerful, man. And that's hard, bro. It's hard, bro. Being cheerful. But the Lord overcame the world. The Lord said He would be with us too, just like the Father was with Him in His time. It didn't even seem like it, but yet that's the will. That's the will. The Lord works it in a way that we don't even. How was the Lord with them? Hey, going back to this movie, The Passion of the Christ, man. The wicked scribes and Pharisees were saying, hey, he prophesied, okay, and said he could save others, but he can't even save himself. Say, get up off that cross, so that we may believe you. But at the whole time, it was the Most High's will. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it like that, like, people are stupid, bro. They're ignorant to the facts, man. That there's a power in heaven that moves. And there's a mover and a shaker, man, of all the things that is going on. People just think they're just here. I just exist, bro. All this is because of me. Whatever I'm doing in my life is because of me. No, man. No. That's about it, though.
Reflect on that too, bro. Like, imagine the peace you have, bro. Like, even if you're going through all the hell you're going through, you always find peace in the scriptures, man. Even if for a brief moment, like, you're like, all right, you have peace. Like, all the hell I'm going through, I know why. I understand why. It's all for a better reason. These people in the world, they don't have that comfort, bro. When shit goes wrong for them, they don't have a comfort. It has more shit that goes wrong for them, man. when they get off their high, it is back to hell.
Or they just give up.
Or just give
Or
up.
they'll fucking commit suicide.
And you see that, man.
Yeah.
Say suicide rates. People are still committing suicide, and they're still in the world. People in the world hate this place so much they'd rather die than continue living in this place, bro. And that's a fuck shit, man. But I mean, men of truth, you understand why, bro. You understand why through all this we're going through, you're gonna find peace and safety with it.
And the things that we go through, the average man would fucking kill himself. You know, so the Lord puts a different spirit upon you. You know, an enduring spirit, man. You know, for us to endure the things that we gotta endure.
That's why you got thank you. With that, it was edifying. Give all praise and glory to you.
Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakadash.
It was edifying. Most time to be out of here. That's a shalom.
Shalom.